Hello, welcome to Gnome's Tavern. I'm the Gnome. This is Mrs. Dobbs. Hey, let's see if everything's working real quick. Make sure that we are. Can everybody hear me? I don't even know if I can see how I can see the chat. I'm still very new to this thing. So while she's getting ready in the back, let's see if we can actually see what's going on. How are y'all doing today? Do we have anybody here live? Let's see. View channel. Live. Perfect. Haha. Sweet. All right. Cool. We are live. Sweet. Welcome. We're going to do this live show. Now, my wife and I, we love collecting gins. And so we have a bunch of gins. And we're going to try to do a live show maybe once a month. So that way we can start using some of these bottles that we have sitting over here. But we figured it'd be fun, make some new cocktails. I think next month we're gonna try to do absinthe. So that'll be good. So we're gonna make a cocktail. We're also gonna pull out a gin, see what gin we want to make with a cocktail, and enjoy it when she is gonna get back and hang out with me. So, all right. I think let's start shaking up a cocktail. I'm gonna do the Firefly. There's actually a gin cocktail with tequila in it, which is pretty interesting. I don't think I've ever had a gin cocktail with tequila and also with egg whites. So I don't think I had a tequila cocktail with egg whites. Where are the egg?
They're in front of the eggs.
Yeah, perfect. That's where egg whites belong to. All right. We're starting off the show great.
It
was not glass. We have not broken glass yet. My dude, hey, welcome, Stall. We're going to make this cocktail. Actually, Courtney, what gin do you think will go great with tequila? Why don't you go find a gin while I can prepare everything else?
What kind of is the tequila like?
Go over this way. You're not on camera. You got
to... Well, there's no room.
Move the chair. There we go. We're still working on the king. This is our first one. My dude, what's up, Stall? How are you doing today? I'm going to start preparing the other parts of tequila. So we got some dry quarter. So I'm going to use Cointreau. I like this brand. I also like Audrey Plaza. She's like one of my sisters. So that's why I get this. I don't know. I'm a marketing stooge if you've seen the show.
Do we got blood orange gin?
I think we do. It should be.
I don't know if blood orange gin might be too much of Cointreau, though. What do you think?
We could try it. If it sucks, then we just make another one. I think it might still be in the cabinet.
Okay.
I might see. She's going to go run and grab. So we actually, one of our favorite gins is when we went to Colorado. Why did we go to Colorado? Do you remember?
Just to go for shiggles.
For shiggles? So we went to Colorado, and I barely remember going in the distillery because we went to the, what was it? We went to a speakeasy bar where you had to follow these roses, and they actually got really mad because I tried to film, and I wasn't even filming. I just had my camera on the table, and he got really, really pissed. So we drank there for a good bit. And then we went to Deviations Distillery. They've got this like rectangle, it looks like a perfume rectangle bottle, and it was blood orange. And I just remember just drinking that straight for a while. And we bought a bottle.
The cocktail class was fun.
We didn't take a cocktail class there.
Yeah, we did.
Not Deviations.
That was the one that was in the city before we were going to go on the ghost tour. Yeah, we did. No,
that was at Strahan's.
I think at Stranahan's we did like a whiskey class, but
a whiskey
tasting. But Deviations we did like a cocktail class or a
I thought it was another one because we were the only ones, so they had their staff do it with us, so we wouldn't be lonely. I think that was one with the horse. That was in Nashville.
Oh, Greenbrier?
Greenbrier was where we did the cocktail class.
But we also, I'm 98% sure we did one at Deviation.
I don't think so. I think we just drank gin.
Because I remember, I was the only one who was able to guess what a julep strainer was.
No, it was the Tower place we did a cocktail class.
That's a different place?
Yeah. Remember I had the 2 towers and we had that smoky gin that we liked when we were drunk, but then we brought it home and we hated it?
I thought you were talking about when we were in Tennessee.
No, I was talking about when we were in Colorado, Deviations.
Oh, okay.
The square one with the blood orange, so we make Negronis.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we drank that one. We always promise to have 1 Negroni with it, and then it turns into 2 or 3 Negronis with it, and now it's dead. So we just did 3/4 of an ounce. Courtney has picked the blood orange gin since we don't have the Deviations delicious one. We're going to use this one instead. And I need a 1/2 ounce of tequila. Can you hand me the tequila? And it has a 1/2 ounce of lemon juice too, which I already put in there.
Okay.
While you were looking for it.
Is this all the lemon juice we have for tonight?
We do have fresh lemons. That is the only cheap lemon juice we have tonight, is that one right there. And then we're going to do some egg whites. Usually with tequila drinks, you would use lime, but
That calls for lemon.
go for lemon. I don't know. I got this out of this book that said Gin Masterclass, so I'm hoping that is.
We got lime juice.
We do have lime juice. We do have cheesy lime juice. Now, normally people like to dry shake it. I like to just use this little frother. This is what I really like to use instead of dry shaking it. I find I get a little bit of a frothier top, and the annoying part about dry shaking is the cups kind of start to separating, so it's kind of aggravating.
Do you want me to ice the other glass?
Oh, I got it right here. Oh, I made one.
Oh, okay.
So that way we don't get trashed. So yeah. That way we don't get trashed. And then you get to do this motion a lot. Ah! What?
Nothing.
All right, get him, bro. Hand me some ice.
This ice?
Sure, you can grab that ice. Come here, Cupid too. This drink's going to Courtney, so I can touch it with my hands.
Yeah, I didn't say you could touch it with your hands.
All right, you ready? Boom. Let's do it. Yeah, there we go. Now this is what we call a firefly. And if you would grab me that orange I bought today, and we'll peel her on up.
You got both of these oranges today?
I bought one of them. I guess what's the shittier one? Give me that one. Because it's your drink.
I think this is a grapefruit. Yeah, it's a grapefruit.
Oh, I did buy an orange.
Well, we have 2 of them, I think. Maybe use the small one.
There we go. All right. We got our chilled coupe glass. And I was telling Courtney, this cocktail book, I'm not a big fan of the glass they chose. First of all, they put a bee's knees over ice in a rocks glass, which is no bueno for me. But none of the drinks look full in the cocktail book. And you think they're kind of like fuzzy, and it's just not really great. Toki wanted to be a part of this drink.
Toki's a part of everything in this house.
Yeah, Toki is our fat cat. Oh, look at the color.
It's pretty.
Yeah. It's not very full. Okay, I chose the wrong glass for this. Look at that. I don't know. Oh. All right, we need to pour up. All right. There we go. Hey, it's Bonnie.
Hey, Bonnie.
Bonnie says you and her sound the same. I
feel like we're voice twins.
Is that true? All right, look at that. Beautiful orange peel. Ooh. Bam. Got a nice little. Now, that's a trick I like to do. I always tell this trick to everyone is I like to wipe it where your hands are, because when we're humans, we taste with our nose and our eyes. And what happens when you pull the drink to you? Your hands are close to your nose. And if your hands smell like shit, you think the drink's shit. So that's why we always do that.
Why do your hands smell like shit?
I don't know why my hands smell like shit, Courtney. I do shit all day, all right? You don't know what weird people come to the bar? All right, there we go. Nice. Oh, that was ugly on that side. Okay. You get no garnish. Here you go. Give it a try. I think I would rather do like a little pigtaily thing. Oh, that's not a good look.
No, it's just, I think the tequila was smokier than I thought it would be. I didn't think it.
That was a little smokier then. Let's see. Yeah, it's not terrible. Something I don't like about it though.
I don't know. To me, all it tastes is like it almost tastes like a
Campfire and the smoked orange.
But the orange doesn't really come through that much.
Yeah, the blood orange on the gin. I think we need like a flourier, more gin to get that kind of botanical.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe.
Is this the one from Chicago?
Oh yeah, pull it up in the camera. Let's see. Something I don't like about that cocktail.
It just tastes smoky. I don't really get much else out of it.
Yeah, the lemon's kind of weird in it. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a fail for me. It's kind of a fail. All right, dump her out. No Firefly. No Firefly. That one was booty cheeks. I should have probably known. Theirs was also a little bit darker than mine.
What kind of? They just use like regular. Like what kind of tequila and gin did they use?
It just says tequila. I guess I assumed a Blanco, but it may have been a Reposado. This book also, this is the book I'm looking at right here. So I got this book. Oh, it's upside down. No, it's right side up. Oh, that's because of the reverse camera. Yeah, I got this book for Christmas, and just the last minute for the show, I decided to grab it and look through it. And yeah, not a huge fan of that cocktail. Not a huge fan. All right, well, let's pick out a gin. What gin would you like to do?
What are we making?
I don't know. Let's try the gin and let's see what we want to make. I also took some notes. Prepared, Gnome.
Where did you? Oh, you said somebody gifted this to you.
Yeah. So yeah, we can bring it into the camera. I feel so awful. I totally forgot. A lot of times people will hand me bottles when we go traveling, and this is from Texas. I think this is when the distillers convention came in, and I had to bartend and run the still and I basically had to do everything. I had to bartend, run the still, do all that stuff, and a guy one of the distillers was sitting there, and he handed me this bottle because he's like, if you ever want to come move to Texas, you can work for me, which is pretty sweet. Too bad I forgot his name. So sorry, Courtney. Yeah, and he signed it for me. SG 2022. Yeah, I did. I do not remember this distillery. Let's grab a Glen. Let's give it a try. I don't think I've opened this. My hands smell like orange instead of shit, like Courtney said it does.
Why didn't you love hands?
Don't tell me how to live my life. So yeah, so I think this is from the Distillers Convention. I got some down there. I put some glasses down there. Oh. Yeah, I think this is from the Distillers Convention. Fox and Seekers Discovery Series, Texas. So hopefully it was 100 proof. Let's give it a try.
Do you want me to?
You want me to turn?
Oh, I didn't know if you wanted the pour.
Oh, if you don't want to see the pour, put it in the chat.
Well, it's too late now.
Yeah. Yeah, I might go grab my little cool stand someone built me. Yeah. So let's give this a try. Let's try it out. I'm gonna grab a little water. And let's see if we can get some of those notes in there. See what we got. All right. Yeah, there we go. All right. Well, dive on in. Let's see. So this is the Fox and Seeker Discovery Series from Texas. Commemorative. There we go. It's a fancy one.
It smells peppery.
Yeah. It's like kind of like a black peppery.
I don't know. That's not like a common, I feel like, aromatic in gin, huh? Or botanical.
It's almost got like a... a cherry anise flavor to it. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What are you tasting it?
Well, you said cherry and anise, and now I'm like thinking
That's
about
all you
that.
tasted.
But I definitely get the cherry like up front.
Definitely get the cherry.
Not as much of the anise, but for me, like anything with anise is just overpowering. Like it's just anise. Basically.
Yeah. I do get that peppery back that you said. Let's do a gin sour with it. Let's do a gin sour with it.
Okay.
Why don't you grab a syrup? What syrup would we like to use? Or we can use a liqueur too.
Oh, is this syrup?
Oh, what is that syrup? Come bring that one. What do y'all think in this chat? Say what y'all might want. Cheers! It's Iceman!
Well, I'm kind of scared because it's not labeled. I don't know how long.
I don't know. Let's bring it over here. Let's give it a try. I don't know. If it explodes in my hand when I pop it open, then we're not using that syrup.
I don't even know if it's syrup, though. It doesn't look like.
No, it's definitely syrup. What is this syrup? Get that hibiscus syrup.
Okay.
I don't know what that is. I don't know. Always label your stuff, people. Label your things. Label it. Make sure you label it. Because or you'll have that thing. Oh, we got the hibiscus syrup. I think, too, what else do we want to put into this thing? Maybe a little Peychaud's also sounds kind of delicious. Maybe a little bitterness with it.
Wait, bitters or aperitif? Well, I guess you got both of them.
I got both of them over there. Ooh, let's do a little.
Oh, wait, what's this
Bronca.
syrup? Grapefruit rosemary.
What's that? We're going to put a little bit of a Bronca. We're going to do a traditional sour. Huh? Do you want egg white? You want egg white?
Yeah, well, I don't know if the audience wants egg white, but.
Egg white? If you can, let's ice up a glass and I'll start throwing shit together.
Any particular glass?
A coupe. A coupe. You know I'm a coupe guy.
Oh, okay. We got the Sazerac coupe.
We got the Sazerac coupe. The official Sazerac coupe from the official Sazerac house when I used to work there. Actually, we'll use the jigger my wife gave me. What'd you think? 2 ounces or 1.5 ounces? Gin. We're gonna do 1.5 ounces. 1.5 ounces of your barrel rested gin from Texas that a guy gave you. And if you gave me this bottle, thank you. I'm really going to enjoy it right here. We're gonna do 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice. 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice. Look at that. Bam. Well, bam. What do you think? Let's do 1 ounce. 1/2 ounce of hibiscus syrup.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3 ounces of Malort, if you would pass that.
What?
Stop. Don't be mean to me.
You're being mean to me.
How am I being mean?
You're trying to make me drink Malort.
Yes. We need to move the camera back a little bit. That's what we got. And then I also just need the stand, too. There we go. And then we'll do 1/4 of an ounce of Fernet Branca. We'll add a little bitterness to it, a little more herbal notes. Does that sound? Bam. All right. And then don't forget our sponsors, Gnome's Tavern. It's me. I sponsored my own show because I bought all the ingredients. So you should buy our bitters. They're not in this cocktail, but you should definitely buy them. And then hand me the egg whites. All right. You want Courtney to, who do y'all think? Courtney should shake this one up?
You gotta do a dry shake and a wet shake, right?
Yeah, but we're going to do a little cheat. Remember our little cheat code? I'm jealous about the help in the kitchen. You say it sparkles doesn't help you in the kitchen? See, the problem with Courtney, though, is Courtney does make cocktails and they're delicious, but she quadruples recipes sometimes. So sometimes you think you're having one martini, but you're really drinking 4, and you don't realize it until the
Well,
next day.
It's better than getting up and making 4 martinis.
Yeah, but you gotta come with a warning there, my love. A little warning.
Oh, could do a dirty martini.
We could. Oh, I don't know if we have owls.
We have olives. We have olives.
We have. We have a running joke. We always do a white elephant with Courtney's family, and every time a gift opens up, I get excited about it. Courtney's like, "We have 2 of those. We have 3 of those." So I never know what we have in this house. This is the bottom line. Hence why our massive gin collection. Check it out on Instagram. See if you can name all the gin in our gin collection. I'd be very impressed because it's a lot of. I don't think I have any major gin distilleries. Besides 7-3 Distilling, the one I work at. That's a major one. Majorly important. Let's put some ice in and let's shake it up. Again, this is Courtney's drink, so I'm going to use my hands for the ice. And give it a good shake. There we go. There we go. Sparkles eats. See, now Courtney's got me cooking because I'm a housewife now.
Oh,
I
I didn't shake it long enough.
I just like to give it a little couple of shakes. All right.
Oh, we'll see if we make a dirty martini. I want extra olive juice.
Okay. Well, we'll have you make the dirty martini because I hate dirty martinis. Fun fact about me.
I don't remember drinking one. Maybe when I went to Colorado.
I think you drank one on the cruise with my parents because my parents drink a lot of dirty martinis. My mother says I hate dirty martinis because I haven't suffered enough in life, which I think is just a compliment to her.
That you don't want to drink chilled booze with olives.
I drink martinis. I love martinis, but I just don't like the olives. All right, let's see. Oh, it's kind of a cool brown.
I wasn't expecting it to be that color.
The Fernet Branco is very brown. All right, and let's give me a lemon. Let's zest it with a lemon. And I'm gonna go grab a stand while you tell me if it's delicious, so that way we can put the drink up.
So are we expressing the lemon or am I...
Expressing the lemon peel.
Where's the peeler?
All right, and then pom-pom.
I'm gonna cut my thumb off.
You're not gonna cut your thumb off. That's a cheese. Bam. So at Sazerac House, whenever I was hungover and had to work, I always picked to peel the lemons because it smelled great. No one else wanted to do it, so everyone let me alone, and I didn't have to do math. This is just a trick. All right. It's a nice juicy lemon. Again, we rub it where our hands go in case your hands smell like shit. And Courtney, give it a try. And chat, let's give this a name. Shake it, Courtney. My dad says to shake it, Courtney.
I like this one, but I like sours.
Yeah. If you want to win my wife's heart, just make her a bunch of sours.
I will say the bitterness of the Bronca comes through.
Yeah. I'm not getting as much of the hibiscus syrup as I would like. But I do like the Bronca, the little hint of bitterness at the end. Like the little peppery notes that we had in that gin go really nice with that Bronca. We're gonna do this. Don't judge, chat.
I'm judging.
Don't judge. Stop judging. Add a little 1/4 ounce. We're gonna pour this back into the drink. You get a little behind the scenes how the Gnome sometimes. All right. Let's do it again. A bit like more of like a raspberry ice cream color right here. Let's give it another try.
That would be nice. Lemon juice and raspberries.
Lemon juice and raspberry.
We got raspberry
You know why it'd be nice?
Ooh.
That's a Clover Club.
Oh, that is. Okay, yes, that's a little better.
That's a little better. All right, let's now shake it up and pour it out, and let's see if we got it right here. While you finish that drink off, let's try it with another gin. Maybe a little brighter, more floral gin.
Mm-hmm. That one's my favorite, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try maybe Jed's? Or maybe let's do, since Iceman's in chat, let's do Iceman's gin. We love a Clover Club. Apparently, Iceman is unsubscribing. I've insulted him. That's why we got to win him back with his gin. We got to win him back with his gin. This is what Iceman said. He also sent me a very lovely note that is still on our fridge over there. I accidentally also, this is the heaviest quart.
Well, it's cool. It's a tap.
Yeah, it's a tap. It's so cool. It's a tap. But I have dropped this on my big toe and has cursed in tongues. So we're going to do 1.5 ounces of our more floral gin. A little bit more brightness to it. Bam. All right. We'll keep that right there. And then we're going to do 3/4 ounce of our hibiscus. We're not reinventing the wheel. Why reinvent the wheel when you can drive a car, right? That's what I always say. Sometimes say. And we'll get the lemon juice. And Courtney is doing the Lord's work by cleaning our glass for this next cocktail.
You want me to just get you another one?
Yeah, you can ice it. Yeah, rinse it out and ice it down. And so y'all can make it at home. 1/4 ounce of the Fernet Branca. You know, we actually have some pink flowers to garnish this cocktail with. Got some pink flowers for this garnish. How are y'all staying warm? How are y'all staying warm? I know, I should have planned better because, like, the cold weather, I don't know if gin is so much cold weather. Courtney was about to finish our favorite gin. And that's when I came up with this idea. I was like, wait, don't finish it off. Because I still want to keep the bottle. I don't want to talk about it. That's where I came up with this great idea.
Well, we need to go back to Ireland and get another bottle.
We do need to go back to Cork to get this bottle. All right. So, 2 ounces of gin, 3/4 lemon, 3/4 hibiscus, a little bit of Fernet Branca, and egg whites. All right. And bam. Let's give it a stir. Let's give it a shake. It's, you know, I usually do the show sitting down, and it's kind of nice standing up. I might redo my set and do it more standing up. Let's go. I need to put the, see, it's like the guy in Bar Rescue. You gotta squeeze the juice. Squeeze the juice. My coworker Renee always does that too whenever he gets yelled at for not being professional. You got my glass for me?
You need ice?
No, bring it over. Bring it over. You just won't have a chilled glass. All right. Ooh, look how nice. Ah ha ha. It kind of looks like a what's that brandy? Better Avec did it. Brandy Alexander. That's what it kind of looks like. All right. And Jack, give this one a name. Give it a name. All right, and we're gonna. Oh, actually, do we have the pink flowers? Where are the pink flowers? I'm doing my own Pink Pony Club. That's what I'm going to be working on too. But for Gar, the heavy metal band, they just released a cover of it. But I thought these flowers would look prettier, and that's on me.
Do you want the paper clip so you can, or not the paper clip, the clothespin?
Yeah, give me the clothespin. We'll do it on there. My drink is dying, Courtney. It's dying. Hi there. Hey, Dribs and Dram. How are you doing, my friend? How are you doing? I kind of stole your kind of flow that you do for your live streams on my live streams. We're making cocktails. We're just kind of. These are supposed to be edible, but they don't look. They're cake decorations. Let's see.
They didn't have like flowers specifically for like cocktail garnish.
I don't know. Does that look pretty, y'all? Does that look pretty? Did I successfully put lipstick on this pig? All right, let's give it a try. Oh, here, I'll let you try first.
Oh, I like that.
Okay, that's a lot better.
Yeah.
It's more floral. You do get the hibiscus. You get a little bitterness at the end.
It's more sour, which I love.
It's more, yeah, it's not so sour. I think the sour kind of took back a little bit with the hibiscus. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Thank you, buddy. It looks pretty. I try. You know, trying to look pretty is part of the effort, right? But yeah, Gordon, drink it on up. I'm gonna rinse it off.
Cheers. I could have done that.
Yeah, but you're drinking a cocktail and talking to the people. And talking to the people. All right. So we've done one cocktail that was awful. And I put the book away. And now we're going to do our second cocktail. Yeah, this is the chat, right? Yeah. So good. It looks pretty. Doing great. Stealing the flow with my blessings. Thank you. Thank you. I just kind of liked your just hanging out and talking, throwing some cocktails together. I really kind of like that vibe on there. Let's do stirred drink.
Stirred.
Or we're going to do a cocktail that every time you see this bottle, Courtney, you always wonder why we have this bottle that is barely touched. And I tell you, it's for one cocktail, and we're going to make it. And we're going to try to make
that.
Creme de Violet. Creme de Violet.
I forgot what you made with that way back.
In aviation.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the only cocktail.
I think you told me
Violet.
that when we were moving, because I was
Yes.
like, let's just get rid of this bottle, and you're like...
So, when Courtney and I were moving, she was going through my liquor, and she was like, why do we have this bottle, this bottle, this bottle? And she came to the Creme de Violet, and I had to fight for it. So, we're going to make it aviation. I think I remember not liking aviations.
I don't think you do either.
I don't think I do either, but I always forget. It's kind of like that thing when you're like, it's like you're looking on the channels and that movie comes up and you're like, oh, why don't I watch that movie more? And then you watch it and you're like, oh, yeah, because I hate this movie. Or why haven't I been back to that restaurant? So aviation, I think we should do it fitting with that owl gin because we had a lot of problems flying back from Jackson Hole. Yeah, there's a lot of snow. This tiny plane you get out of. You have to get out on like the runway.
Yeah,
and, like,
you walk directly onto the snow.
Yeah. So this is what is actually an owl. I thought it was a lemur in the bottle, and I was so excited. This one is pretty cool. They actually get an artist like every so often, every couple of years to do one, and like the money from that goes to Jackson Hole National Parks and all that stuff. And so yeah, so it's a local artist. This is the Great Gray Gin. They have the what do they have?
They also do this gin.
They also do that one.
Yeah.
Which I will say, The only issue I have with the branding is it like there's if I didn't know it, you would not know
It's the same
the
distillery.
same distillery.
I've never seen the back of the label. There's like a map on it. That's cool.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Iceman's got something. We had gin, creme de violet, pomegranate, rosemary, lemon, and tonic. I don't have tonic. Why didn't I get tonic for a gin show? Also, gin, Campari, creme de violet, and lemon. Iceman, give me the specs, and we'll make that. I missed it. What just you made? I got here late. So we actually made a cocktail because we tried a fire jack or something, and it was awful. It can't be. Oh, it was Firefly. It was because I was thinking Firefly by Childish Gambino and wishing Firefly would come back as a science fiction. You know, Saddam Hussein had a DVD collection of Firefly.
I think we tried to watch it in college, but I kind of.
Yeah, you did. Well, you were uncultured then. We'll watch it again. No, stop beating me up. But yeah, apparently Saddam Hussein had a DVD collection of Firefly, the sci-fi show, and one of the people that went into his house to like pick him up actually stole it and had one of the actors sign it.
I feel like that's bad juju.
It's super illegal, so that's why I didn't say the name of the soldier. It's like breaking the spoils of war, but yeah.
Like, I wouldn't want to keep that in my house. I feel like that's just like wishing.
You wouldn't want to keep that in your house?
Wishing bad luck on yourself. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like it was cool. Yeah, he's like, you know what brought us together? It was Firefly. All right, well.
Wait, brought them together with who?
Brought the world together, Firefly. Firefly brought the world together. It's what all we can agree on.
Brought him and Saddam Hussein together.
Yeah. Yes. What's that actor? He was also, I know my parents' favorite show, that alien show they love. He also does a lot of voice acting. He was like, he was in Wreck-It Ralph. He was the bad guy in Wreck-It Ralph. He did that voice acting. He does all kinds of stuff. It was him. He was talking about how he signed Saddam Hussein's copy of Firefly. Really, really cool. All right. So actually, instead of making the aviation, Iceman Can't Cook has sent me a recipe. We're going to try this recipe.
I don't think we have tonic.
No, he's got a new one. It doesn't have tonic. It's tonicless. It's a tonicless one. We're also going to use the tiny shaker. Let me get these little tiny shaker. I got one, Allen T something. Can't spell it. Okay. That's going to be the name of this cocktail. It's called the Allen T something. And if it's delicious, we're going to do it on the show. So we're going to try it. And let's dive on into this drink. We're going to do 1.25 ounces of our gin. So the problem with this thing is I've broken so many glasses because this thing is very unbalanced. You know, you don't understand the hoops I go through to make Gnome's Tavern work because I am a klutzy person. So we're going to do 1.25 ounces of our owl gin, not lemur gin. Bam, into our tiny little shaker.
I think I remember out of the 2 gins from Jackson Hole, that distillery, I think I like the owl one better.
The owl one? Yeah. Their barrel aged one was okay. A distillery I know makes an excellent one. I heard a really handsome guy blended it. We'll tell that story. My first blending story. It's a good one. So we're in the 3/4 ounce of Campari. I'm going to use Peychaud's Aperitivo because it's $20 cheaper where I'm at than Campari. You know, well, you guys should like, comment, subscribe so I can afford Campari.
What was that thing we rode on when we were in Jackson Hole? That like snowmobile? Was it snowmobile?
Yeah, we rode snowmobiles.
That was fun.
That was fun. Courtney almost tipped us a few times, but it was fun. And 1/2 ounce of creme de violet. And then we're going to do 3/4 ounce of fresh lemon juice. Courtney, can you ice up that? Where's that pointy coupe glass I like to do on shows? Yes, that one. That's my favorite coupe glass. I actually broke it I broke one, and I was so sad it was gone because it's a little bit shorter than a normal coupe glass, so it's really great on camera because it makes every drink look full and nice. And my mother, I came to visit my mother, and she said, "Get this box of glassware out of my house," and voila! I found the glass that I wanted. Because we actually were bought those. That was going to be gifts at the wedding, but then your mom made. What did she make at her wedding?
Your
Pralines?
mom made pralines.
Yeah, and we gave plants instead of glass.
Yeah, we gave away succulents.
And I'll take an ice cube. All right, and now my little tiny one. I used to have one that was Kettle One that we got when I used to judge cocktail contests. Hopefully, I'll still be able to, though. The contest will come back. But Courtney bought me one for Christmas, and I love it because then I look really professional when I do this. I look professional. Chat, scale 1 to 10. How professional I look.
I'll tickle you.
You can't run live television.
I can tickle you
You
on
can't
my
attack
television.
bartenders. That's why we have a bar. According to John Tafford, it's a barrier. That's what it's short for.
We're married, so I can tickle you whenever.
No, you still can't touch my barrier. So I need to try a breakfast martini if you have marmalade. I don't have marmalade, but I have every jelly in the world.
Jelly, yeah. And we got like fig preserves and what else we got?
I made a lot of cocktails with figs. All right, we're going to drop that in there. I'm going to pour it up. All right.
Oh, that's pretty. That almost matches that one.
It does. Look at that. I should have the crap out of that ice cube. Or shake. All right. What should we garnish this with? What do y'all think? A lemon zest? Yeah, we'll do a little lemon zest. Make it bright. Give me that right here. Or just find one. All right. We're gonna call this one
Or like maybe a
jelly experiment time. Yeah, let's do a jelly experiment time. All right, this is the Alan T. something by Iceman Can't Cook. You know what? I really want to do a little pigtail, but let's try it first, and then we'll see if we'll do a pigtail. Because making use of creme de valite. I think I like it better than an aviation.
I like it better out of the two that we made. Not
That's
counting the first
delicious.
one.
That's delicious. I'm going to write that down. I like the bitterness of it. It's really nice. It's really bright. The creme de violet adds a little floral. Don't know if I want to put one more thing in it.
What? Something bitter?
No, that's something bitter. That's something bitter. I think it could use more Malort, though. I don't know. This is delicious. I'm going to write this one down. We're going to do this one on the show. And then we'll call it the Alan T. something. Alan T. something. All right. Yeah, it's nice. Floral. Will it compare? Let's see if we can compare it to the aviation. Let's see. I don't know. Violet 3/4 lemon. Alan T. something. I'd go for a lemon for sure. The lemon zest. I think it needs a lemon pigtail though. You know, that little like thing that kind of like jetson off of it.
Oh, what, like your little skinny lemon peels?
Yeah, that like makes a little piggy tail. I think it needs that more than the peel. That's really delicious. That's really. Did you come up with that one, Iceman, or are we stealing it from somebody? I'm cool if we steal it from somebody. It's really good. It's really sour. It's like a sour candy. Maybe it needs a sugar rim. What about a sugar rim? You know, that's the sign of a good drink. That's the sign of a good drink. But should we even do an aviation? You want to see an aviation? I don't know. I don't know if we. Let's pick out a gin. Let's see what cocktail we want to make. What gin we want to make with it. We are not stealing from anyone except my notebook. There we go.
The pink gin from Geringer.
Pink gin from Geringer. Geringer. Bam. So we actually, this summer, we had a wonderful experience. We actually went to Norway, Amsterdam, Iceland, England. We did an amazing cruise, and we actually went to this distillery, Gnome, which was really, really cool. It was like in a tourist part of town. There was like only 200 people that live in this town, and pretty much all of their income comes from tourism. They don't have a hospital, so you have to airlift. They have like the most berths, taxis, boats, and helicopters because a lot of times the women don't make it. They give birth in helicopters. It's such a remote town. And they actually had a distillery. And we actually went to it. And it was really, really awesome. I need to email that guy because he wants to learn how to make rum. I want to learn how to make absinthe. So we got to make magic happen. If you check out this podcast, let's make magic happen. And yeah, super, super cool guy. What should we make with it? What should we make with it? Oh, it's a gin blossom. I don't know if we have apricot liqueur.
We do. It's over here.
I think that's peach liqueur.
Oh. I could have sworn we had apricot liqueur.
We might have apricot liqueur. Let me go see if we have some fun liqueur. Chat, what should we use instead of apricots? Ooh, we have gin elderberry. Gin liqueur, elderberry liqueur. Sounds very lovely. Bananas are like apricots, huh?
No.
You even know what
I think peach is close enough, I guess.
That's why I grabbed it. You know what? It doesn't hurt to try it. Let's do it.
Iceman can't cook that instead of apricot. I guess Malort.
Malort, yes. That's why Iceman's my favorite. He wants the Malort.
Such a bad influence.
He's all right, well, we'll do some peach. Let's do some millions of peaches. Peaches for me. I always think of when I hear that song, I think of the Curb Your Enthusiasm, where they go.
Oh, the guy has the band, and like it's not great, and Larry David.
Yeah, he puts the ear things in, and he's like, "This is my art." And he's like, "And the Peaches song, that's art." All right. We're going to do a stirred cocktail. This one is called the Gin Blossom. It usually served with apricots, but we're going to do peach liqueur on it. Let's dive on in. So we're going to do 1.5 ounces of our Norwegian gin. 1.5 ounces of our Norwegian gin.
I wish we could move to Norway.
I do too, but it's probably... Think of how much people in New Orleans are freaking out over the cold right now. Imagine being in Norway. It's probably like a Tuesday for them.
Well, they have like public transportation though that actually.
They do have nice buses. They do have nice buses. Give me 3/4 an ounce of our peach liqueur. It's right here. Ooh, man. So you know, how do you know you're a YouTube bartender without saying it? I probably bought this for one cocktail and used about 1 ounce of it. And now it's in our house forever. So we're going to do 3/4 an ounce of our peach liqueur. And then can you get me the Blanco vermouth in the fridge? The Blanco vermouth in the fridge. Now I'm going to make a little small change to this. This cocktail usually has orange bitters. It also usually has apricot liqueur, so we're making 2 small changes to it. But we're going to actually use our sponsor for today, the Gnome's Tavern Bitters. That's right. I sponsor my own video because I bought all this stuff. We're going to do 2 dashes of the Earl Grey bitters. So 1, 2. We're going to do 1 more. And we did 3/4 ounce of our dry vermouth. Our dry vermouth. You know. And then could you go grab me some ice too?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we had any. But yes. That's why we're also doing the show in the kitchen. And the studio's a little cramped. If you've ever been to a house, you will agree that it is very cramped. So we're doing the kitchen because we have all the ingredients right over here. And Courtney's being a professional with the ice scoop. You know, that is a clutch ice scoop professional. Actually, big shout out to Matt Ray, the guy who taught me a lot about cocktails. That was actually his pet peeve when he watched my channel. Is when I first started, I would like Pooh Bear, like scoop the ice and put it in the drinks. And he actually bought me this this durable hunk of metal ice scoop because it frustrated him. And then can you ice me up a coupe glass too? All right, let's give it a stir. Nowhere there wasn't going to be 2 dashes of Venus. Which glass? This one came from a thrift store. This one right here came from I forgot where it came. It was a Facebook ad. I actually got the Sazerac one that I thought was really cool. They actually made a Sazerac bottle into. Are you looking for a glass? Oh no, that's the big one.
Well, you said a coup's glass.
Yeah, this one's bricks.
That is a Nick and Nora.
Nick. Oh, look at Courtney. There's a Nick and Nora there, Gnomes. But yeah, so I wanted to use this one. But when you stir on this one, it makes like this loud sound. So sorry if you had a headphone. So I bought this one because I just could not take the loud sounds anymore. Oh gosh. Right on the toe.
What about this guy?
If we had crush ice, I'd say yeah. Oh yeah, that's right here. Bam. All right, it looks nice and clear. Nick and Nora. Oh, let's do an orange zest on this one. How are we all thinking? Orange zest? So if we use that orange, since Earl Grey has the thing that makes it kind of orangey, we're gonna do that. So a little fun story about the Earl Grey is I actually got the idea when we were in Ireland. We actually did a tea time, and it was kind of funny because we missed it. But we were like, this was like our bougie hotel because we were doing a road trip through Ireland.
In our pajamas.
We were in our pajamas because it was like a 6-hour drive or something ridiculous. And yeah, it was in Cork was the place. It was in this castle. And we get there. They had like a welcome whiskey for you. It was fantastic. And so we were sitting there and they were like, oh, well, tea time's canceled. And we were like, damn, we were looking for the tea time. And they said, you know what, we'll do a special one for you. And Courtney ordered the Earl Grey. And when she's drinking, she's like, I love Earl Grey. It's got these fruity notes. It's got this note.
It smells like Fruit Loops.
Yeah. And I was like, man, those are all things that would be delicious in a cocktail. And that's how I got the inspiration to do Earl Grey bitters. Yeah, so we're going to do this little... I would do a better one, but I didn't feel like getting a knife and stuff. So yeah, we're going to do this one. So this is a trick I learned in the first ever competition I did. So the reason why you do it like this, you actually will cut the sides and make it a perfect rectangle and cut the middle. And then you kind of paste it on like that nice and up like this. One thing, it looks really beautiful, but people don't want to drink from this side because it's kind of dumb, right? So they drink from this side, and look at it. It's like almost like a nose strip of orange, and it just accents, gives that more of those flavors, makes it more inviting. So it's just a trick I learned. The mixologist specialist, I think he called himself a chef. I don't remember. But he taught me that trick because he loved, what was that? The Bear Trap. Yeah, Bourbon Fest. That was when I got third place at Bourbon Fest. I don't like the peach liqueur. I like everything else about it. I like the gin, the vermouth. I think the peach liqueur is a little too plasticky. I get like a plastic kind of taste out of it. Here, give it a try. I think it's because I have really, really cheap peach liqueur.
It tastes like too sweet to me, but like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not terrible. Like, I would finish it if we ordered it at a bar.
Yeah.
Just don't know if I would order it again.
Yeah. I don't think so. I think that peach is a little bit too
Too strong.
yeah, and too fake. Let's see if we can make it better. Would I be an insane person? We did creme de banana.
Creme de banana with
Instead of the
other
peach.
flavors?
Instead of the peach. Let's try it.
It'd be creme de banana, gin, and
Yeah.
what else? Just and white
vermouth. Yeah, Blanco vermouth.
I mean, I love banana flavor.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? All right. Better idea. What about this plum wine?
I just thought about it. Well, Quincho's more orange.
Let's try with the plum wine. Huh? What do you think? Okay.
Oh yeah, she got me kind of excited for banana, but I don't know how well banana and ginger.
Let's do banana then. Courtney's excited about banana, chat. Here, if you would rinse out the scoop glass.
Here, I have one that is already rinsed.
Thank you. Thank you.
You want me to ice it?
Yes, ice it. We're not going to waste that Norwegian gin. We're actually going to do gin I distilled, and that's the Gentilly gin. It's got a lot of nice persimmons and kind of fruitier kind of flavors. I like to say it's got a kind of fruity pebble vibe to it. Or should we do the? You think we should do the barrel rested gin with it? Let's do the barrel rested gin. It's more of those kind of fruitier notes that you get. Those vanilla, the cherry. This is the barrel rested gin from 7.3. This is actually the first gin. This is actually the first batch I ever got to blend. And I kind of paused by saying got to blend. And the reason for that is we had several barrels. I think it was 14. I want to say it's like 12 or 14 barrels. And so Luca, he's the master distiller, and he's the one that's been kind of teaching me how to blend and stuff. And he was like, all right, you got these samples. I want you to taste them, rate them, and give me your notes. Now, this is my first attempt at blending, so I'm going hardcore, right? I'm not relaxing, and I'm giving like super notes. Like it takes me about an hour and a half to taste all these, like just sipping, spitting, just like, and I like painstakingly do this. So the next day, Luca comes in, I hand him my notes, and I go, here are my notes for the blend. He grabs my notes, he looks at the things, he goes, what if we just dump them all into a container equal parts? And he goes and he dumps all the samples into it, shakes it up, tastes it, and goes, perfect blend, team, and walks out the door. So I'm going to count it as my first blend. But, yeah. We're going to do an ounce and a half of our barrel-rested gin. Ounce and a half of our barrel-rested gin. I probably told that story a million times. You gotta laugh at it every time. We're at 3/4 of an ounce of our Blanco vermouth. 3/4 ounce of our Blanco vermouth. Wham. We are going to do 3/4 ounce of creme de banana. And this one, Mike from Hardcore. He told me this one's amazing, so that's the one I use. So 3/4 ounce. This one's kind of nice. It's a little more expensive than the cheap shit, but it is a lot nicer, and it's got a little better banana flavors on there. And then we're gonna do 2 dashes of the Gnome Sanford Oak Rub Bitters, the sponsor for our stream. Get yourself a No Girls. I simply mustache. 1, 2. We're gonna do one more. Say it in chat with me. One more. All right, now let's stir it up and pour it out. So here's normal when I fast speed through. All right. It has a lot of recipes and histories. Also comes from recipes. The whole brand is amazing. All right, man. Pretty good. A little showing we got today. Get a little live stream. What you think, babe? Good. Get a little live stream. If you weren't married to me, would you watch the show? That's the key part. She said sure, not excitingly.
I laughed. I was like, yeah, sure.
She might watch the reruns of the Golden Girls over me, but who would blame her? Who would blame her? All right. Gonna pour it in. We're doing the official Sazerac glass. We're gonna zest with an orange. Zest with an orange. Oh, look at that. We still got some life in this orange. This is the chat. Give me a name. Oh gosh, this orange. I destroyed this orange. All right, we're not gonna use this as garnish. We're gonna discard it, Muppet style. Woo! All right.
Muppet style.
Yeah, it's where you like toss it over your shoulders.
Good.
Give it a try.
It almost kind of reminds me of a Negroni.
It is very Negroni-like, but not bitter.
Yeah.
Like, it's for people that want to be cool and have a Negroni. Actually, let's grab a rocks glass and see how it looks in a rocks glass.
Would you like a Sazerac rocks glass?
Oh, no, I want the little one. The little tiny ones.
There's little tiny.
And then I'm going to go grab an ice cube for the little tiny ones. As I am a Georgia lawyer now. What they had our silly senator, Bill Maher. I don't want this thing to be very political. I haven't drank enough, but yeah, Bill Maher. He's our senator, and he like has this country accent, and he always freaking. It just made me think of that. He always has a not whataboutism, but he always has a saying about everything. He has a famous commercial where it's like, instead of calling the police, call a crackhead, and he does that like, what's a rooster on the Looney Tunes?
Well,
I do declare. Yeah. And he said, well, don't pray for the rain and not prepare for the mud. And I don't know why I thought that. Muppet Style is a good name for the drink. The Muppet Style. Okay, I think it looks better in the rocks glass, y'all.
I'm genuinely curious, like, where does that come from? Like, did somebody throw a puppet over his shoulder?
No, it's a Swedish chef. He's like throwing all the ingredients.
I don't know if I've ever heard that.
You've never heard the Swedish chef?
I mean, I've heard of Swedish Chef, but I've never heard of Muppet Style.
Well, that's my own name. That's my trademark. I'm copyrighting. That's what I call the Muppet Styles, where you just throw shit like bird. You know? It's kind of crazy. The Swedish Chef is actually kind of a maniac because all the food ingredients in the Muppets have faces and talk to him and like scream at him, and he doesn't care. It doesn't care. Does not care. Swedish Chef, psychopath. That's pretty damn good Swedish Chef. Thank you. Courtney says I sound like Kermit. We were actually watching a Muppets Christmas Carol a couple years ago, and Kermit was singing, and Courtney was like, "I didn't know you were in this movie." Yeah, it almost ended the marriage. It almost ended it. I'm just kidding.
You used to have a joke about how you sounded like Kermit.
Yeah, I did used to start stand-up jokes where I said I sound like a cross between Ray Romano and Kermit the Frog. You know, I'm getting the charger, everybody. This is really delicious. I really like this cocktail. I think I'm going to sit and enjoy this one a little bit. There we go. This one's really good, but you need a cocktail. Courtney needs a cocktail, right?
Do you want to make? Oh well, I guess we should make something new.
All right, let's make something new. An aviation, yes.
No, we already
did one, yeah.
Iceman's drink, which was better.
I'm actually going to, yes, which was a lot better, which we will do a video on that probably next because I don't know what I want to film yet. So it probably will be next week. And I like a Muppet style. We're going to call this the Muppet style. Good name, Dribs and Dram. Muppet style. Dude, you need to send me a link to your band. I want to hear your band play. He's like in I want to say Celtic band, but I'm not 100% right. It's like like bagpipes and stuff in Canada. And he goes on like tour a lot. It's really cool. It's really cool. You need to send me a link. I think every live show I'm like, send me a link, but you know. Oh, a Pegu Club. Yeah, look up a Pegu Club. Make yourself a Pegu Club. I'm doing host things.
Uh-huh.
We got a Pegu Club coming on up. What's your favorite specs of the Pegu Club? And again, send me a link to your thing. We're Discord friends, right? We're Discord friends. I will say, Dram, just all joking aside, I really do love your live shows, and that's, like I said, I kind of stole from it. But the people in your chat are so lovely and nice. Like, they're some of the nicest people, and whenever I feel down, I always go into your chat because they send me so many compliments. And I don't know what I did to deserve it, but I really appreciate it. And so thank your community again for me. Like, they're really, really cool people. I did want to show you no pipes. You got to send me. I love freaking fiddles. I love fiddles. I love horns. First of all, horns. If you have horns in a thing, I will always love it. Orange zest. Ooh, I also have a banana chip for this too. Banana chip. All right, love it. Barrel rested. I like Muppet style. I'm gonna finish this drink. I'll ping you on Discord. Sweet, but yeah, I love fiddles. I love horns. I think like one of my favorite childhood memories is Starship Trooper, where they're on camp and the crazy guy pulls out the neon fiddle and he starts playing it. And I thought that was the coolest thing. I was like, God, I really need to learn how to play the fiddle. And that's how you meet ladies, is playing the fiddle. But I found out I had no rhythm and I could not keep to music. I could not keep to music. But I thought that was the coolest thing. I was like, yeah. Courtney, why are you looking up a Pegu Club in the other room?
There's a kitty here.
Because there's a kitty, but there's an audience, a captive audience over here. My wife is... We have a fat cat, and she loves it so much that she's going over there. Pegu Club! All right, you need London Dry.
You have orange bitters?
Yes, we should have orange bitters. And I think I made a stir over here. I do. And you need a shaker. And we need to figure out what gin we want to use for this one. All right, let's give her the shaker. It calls for a London Dry. So, do you want to know a little history of gin? I can tell you a little history of gin. While Courtney gets this cocktail up, what gin would you like to use?
Would the closest thing be like Kiss gin?
I don't know what that Kiss gin is. We have this Kiss. I don't know what it tastes like or anything. We have this Kiss gin. Eli and I were going to do an episode where we painted our face like Kiss, but we never got around to it and did try. It is a New York style premium edition distilled gin. It actually came with a guitar pick. Um, I've never tried it before, but no better time than the present. I think one of the fun story actually. I used to play football in high school. Play is a very strong word. I got a tackle. I got a registered tackle in the game. I used to joke I was a scout team quarterback because whenever a player would get yelled at for not being tough enough or messing up, they would just smash me because I would fly like an inflatable tube man with like my arms like ah, because I was a very small person and I did not pay attention a lot. Oh, why would they ruin the tagging like that? So awful. So I was excited to go see Kiss at the Voodoo Fest. It used to be a festival in October, but got canceled. And I was so excited to go. I was listening to a bunch of Kiss, and I found out that we actually had a game. We usually played on Friday. Kiss was playing on like Saturday, but our game got pushed back to Saturday. So I missed Kiss live. And I was very upset. And actually, yes, that Courtney was there. And Courtney will tell you the story she's told me about 40 million times.
Well, no, I was just laughing because the other day I was actually telling somebody the story about like how one of the last years at Voodoo we were both carrying like 2 beers and we fell in the mud. Like you fell.
Oh, yeah, you're telling that story. So on the last years of Voodoo Fest, Gary Busey's son's fiddles that movie. Is that really Gary Busey's son? Oh my god. I gotta rewatch that. Now that you say it, I think I remember he does kind of look like Gary Busey.
Who's Gary Busey's son?
In Starship Troopers, the guy who plays the fiddle. Do you want to use a big shaker or you want to use a little shaker? Okay, I cleaned a big shaker for you. So Courtney's telling the story. So we go to Voodoo Fest, and we've been drinking at this the same bartender, drinking beers all night, and we were tipping really well. And because I always tip your bartender. And it was the end of her shift, so she handed me 2 extra beers, and I went, "Well, I didn't order this many beers," and she said, "Yes, you did," and she pushed them even closer, and I was like, "Well, I didn't pay for it." And she goes, "Yes, you did." She pushed them even closer, and she's like, "Now go away, sir." And I was like, "Oh, she was giving me 2 beers," and so I had 2 beers. Courtney had 2 beers, and our friend had their beer. And we're walking, and it's like super dark. And I look over and I see people like started pulling out their phones. It's like, why are people pulling out their phones? And all of a sudden, I slip in the mud so hard that these 2 beers just dump all over me, and I just slam back into the mud. Now, Courtney's not paying attention, so she comes and she slips in the mud, but instead of falling back like I did, she fell to the side where I was. So where Courtney is where I was, and I'm Courtney. And she slipped and dumped both beers onto me and fell onto me. And I got stuck in the mud. And it took my friend Julia and Courtney to pull me out of the mud. I was so deep in the mud, and I was covered in beer. And then that girl left, so we had to buy more beer. Because now that I'm full of mud, I'm not going to be sober. Yeah. Actually, a Minnesota guy bought me a beer because I think that was after the Minnesota Miracle, and he felt bad. He's like, "I feel bad for Saints fans, so here's a beer." So I eventually got to drink a free beer that one. Okay. I mean, it's not bad on the nose. It's botanically kind of reminds me of a Heyman's. It's definitely like an Old Tom. It's very sweet. Very sweet on the back. It's flowery up front. Yeah. I mean, this would make a nice little Peggy Club. How many ounces you need? Gin?
2.
2. Okay. Whoop. There you go. I'll start you off.
Is that the Christian?
Yeah. It's not bad. It's got a kind of weird.
I don't know if that's a good sign.
It's got a weird. It's got no flavor at the end, but a lot of ethanol at the end. It's very flowery up front. It stops, and then you kind of get the burn, which is not the best kind of gin, but it's very sweet too. It's very sweet in that middle. So, yeah, that's when Courtney dumped a bunch of beers. But no, Courtney and I would have met at the Voodoo Fest if I didn't have a football game on Saturday. If it would have happened Friday, we might have would have met.
I doubt it.
I don't know. I'm very loud and obnoxious. You might have heard me. Dude, this Muppet style, this drink is fantastic. I'm definitely doing this one.
Where is the Angus?
It's right over here. It's the big bottle.
I thought we just. Oh. Okay, I'm blind.
It's the huge bottle.
I'm blind. That's a great.
You know the. Yeah, it's a great. Courtney's the moneymaker. I'm just the looks. And that look is a really good side eye. Is that good look? I just remember we had a YouTube channel on Spotify, but a CD from two of them. We don't sound like that anymore. Yeah, we don't need to update it. Maybe drop a new CD. I would love to purchase it. I always buy friends' stuff. I always buy T-shirts. Courtney's like, you have so many T-shirts. I'm like, I always buy a friend's T-shirt, and I try to buy their CDs. I have like.
Do you think I should make it double?
No, we have so many drinks to make. Whoa, wait. Pop it out. Yeah. Put it on its side like this. You had it up and down, and it would have been really, really hard to take off. Don't look at me like that. I just saved you from fire. Don't be a hater. Don't be a hater. So, a little bit of history about gin, about the different styles of gin. Gin has to have a predominantly juniper in order to be gin. What does predominantly mean? Well, a lot of. And the reason for juniper is because back in the day, they believed juniper brought you closer to God. And so they kind of put it in a lot of stuff. So the Dutch actually made a thing called Genever, which we actually do have a bottle of that, if you don't mind. Well, you're pouring a drink. I'll get my props later. So the Dutch actually made a spirit called Genever. I think it uses also a little bit of honey. I'm not 100% sure. I'll look that up. But yeah, so they make Genever, and they actually would shoot it before battle. That's where we get the term Dutch courage. And now we use Dutch courage when we don't want to make phone calls or things. Nice little Pegu Club. Did Dribs send you in the right direction?
Oh, I just went off of Google.
That is delicious. I think it was kind of good that you used the Kiss gin because it's a little bit sweeter. It kind of brought the tartness and sourness down a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, maybe I'll do a Pegu Club to celebrate. For me, a dry week is at midnight tonight. Yes. So they used to do it. They would shoot Dutch courage. Now, William of Orange actually becomes King of England, and he has Dutch descent. They do a lot with the British soldiers. The British soldiers love that tradition of taking a shot of gin, and they bring it over. Now, being English, what do British love to do? As Irish descent as myself, I love saying that. But English people like to take something cool that someone else does, call it their own, and shorten the name, and that's where we get the term gin. William of Orange actually gets very upset at his citizens because they break the golden rule of being British. They buy from the French. How dare they? And so they buy cognac and wine from the French. So William of Orange decrees that every man, woman, child in England shall produce gin. And so he takes basically all the regulations off gin. Now you start getting like the Victorian era where it was cheaper to get drunk than actually to eat. Gin was cheaper than bread. So, I mean, you can't really afford bread, so you might as well be drunk. And so they actually had what was called the gin craze. And there's actually a fun propaganda picture. I'll find it after I'm done telling the story and put it up on the screen. But there's like a lady tossing her baby to make room for a bottle of gin. And yeah, the gin craze is pretty bad. And that's actually where we get the term hangover. Remember, we took the Jack Ripper tour in England, where the term
with the rope.
With the rope, yeah. So a lot of times people couldn't afford beds and they were drunk. Well, if you were drunk and you throw up, you could choke and die. So you would rent the strung rope and you would hang over it. If you were so drunk, you would rent the rope, and that's where we got hangovers. That way, if you throw up, you're so drunk that you had to hang over, and that's where we got the term. Now, Parliament decides we should ban gin. To save the people, we'll ban gin. And this is where you kind of get into that Old Tom style. Now, Old Tom style is what we call a sweeter gin. A London Dry is more of that juniper, that pine, that flower. Juniper is a close cousin to the pine needle. Sorry if I'm just dumping a bunch of info. I know 2 people just came into our chat, so you're in the middle of it. And there's 2 stories where we get the Old Tom style. Old Tom is like a sweeter gin. Heyman's Old Tom is a great gin. If you want to get into gin and you're not a huge fan of botanicals, that's what I would suggest. So Old Tom, there's 2 stories. Boring story, a guy named Tom who was old decided to make this type of gin. That's probably the more true one, but I'll tell you the fun one. So when the ban happened, basically people still wanted their gin, right? So they would go into the back alleys to get their gin, and they would put a coin into a slot on the wall. The bartender would hear it and pour bathtub gin into a pipe, right? A rain pipe. Well, how do we know that rain pipe is not is a gin pipe and not a rain pipe? Well, they would paint a picture of a cat.
Well, that's why I was thinking like the tap is a reference when I was looking at that bottle.
Oh, maybe that is a nice reference. But yeah, so they would paint a picture of a cat, Old Tommy cat, Old Tom gin, and you used to like get your little goblet and you would go drink in the middle of the night. Parliament bans gin. We kind of like gin more than we like Parliament, and Britain cut off Parliament's head. And Parliament said, "You guys were a lot nicer when you were drunk," and so brought it back. But gin was a part of the daily ration in the British Navy for many, many years. It wasn't until like the 1970s. Don't quote me on that. I'm bad with dates. I never learned dates. I learned fun facts. I think it was the 1970s. It's when nuclear submarines were introduced into the British Navy that they finally got rid of the ration of gin, and they actually had like a funeral for it. It was kind of ridiculous. They had a funeral for the gin. But yeah, that's a little history of gin now that we're drinking it and enjoying it. Another little fun fact is that juniper oils was one of the #1 best-selling products during Prohibition. I wonder why. But yeah, juniper is a cousin of the pine tree. That's why sometimes people go, it tastes like pine needles. Now, can you hand me the Geneva? The Geneva. It's got a blue little rabbit on it.
I bought it for you, and I don't.
Yeah, I was about to say you bought it because I got food poisoning. Yeah, so this is our little Geneva. Really, really. This is what when we went to Amsterdam. This is the #1 thing I wanted to try, and I got food poisoning. And my wife actually brought it, and she snuck it past boat security. And I wanted.
They didn't even really check.
Yeah, they didn't check her. And she came, and she's like, "Is this the stuff you want?" I was just like, "What?" So yeah, so if you do smuggled stuff, contact my wife. Oh man, yeah. So what are y'all drinking tonight in chat? This is our gin. We're exploring some of our gin, showing off some of our exciting gins that Courtney and I have collected throughout the years. We usually buy distillers' gins because those are usually the most interesting thing these distilleries make sometimes, you know. When I was totally of legal age, we didn't know what mixers were and all these spirits to an empty soda bottle, and we call it the Christmas tree of death. See, that's what I call your Vietnam spirit. Is like you smell it and then you hear the choppers and you remember a time you were so drunk. But so people that are just new in the chat, Courtney is drinking a Pegu Club, and I'm drinking what we call the Muppet style. This is what the chat made, and it's a barrel rested gin, vermouth, Earl Grey bitters, and a banana liqueur. I wrote banana vermouth in my notes. Liqueur.
Everything with banana is always
Delicious. And I think I really liked the fact that it got rid of that cheap peach taste. And I think that's why I like this one. Yeah. Sorry, everyone's messaging me on the sly. Yeah, so we had dry. Why don't we pull out the cork one and let's make this cocktail look really cool. It's a 50-50
it better be
martini.
a good cocktail because I'm really emotionally attached to this gin.
Yeah, why don't you tell the story about this gin while I start getting everything prepared?
Well, I mean, I don't remember exactly the story. It's just that we went to the distillery in Cork and wasn't it something like it's a woman-owned distillery and it's like kind of the first historically in Ireland or something like that?
So they made the first made and sold absinthe in Ireland, which we have, which is one of our favorite absinthes also. His wife was from India, and so Cork was always rebellious. Cork is a city in Ireland, was always rebellious to the English crown. It was kind of like a pain in the ass when England owned Ireland. And where his wife was from, I forget where she was from, but her city that she was from was also a pain in the ass to England in India. So that's why they wanted to do Rebel Gin. Was their whole thing, was that rebellion, because both cities that they were both from were very rebellious. So she actually put a lot of Indian spices into this gin, which makes it really, really delicious and really, really good. I also love the bottle. I actually might buy one of those bottle lamp things and clean up this bottle and have a nice...
It's a really pretty label.
Yeah, Rebel City Distillery is what they were called because of that. And yeah, so they added a lot of... So gin uses botanicals. The definition of botanical is anything that grows from a tree. So that is... she said it's better to be a good one. Yeah, so we're going to make a 50-50 martini. Where am I need a cool glass. And let's see, what glass should we have? Courtney can tell you I was so afraid to drive in Cork. It is the worst city in the world to drive a car in.
Also, you like had a heart attack when I accidentally dinged somebody's mirror.
Yeah, Courtney hit somebody, took somebody's mirror off. What glass from? Where's that cool spiky glass?
I didn't think I took their mirror off. I thought I just like...
You tapped it, and I said, "Sorry, we're dumb Americans," and they smiled and got in the car and drove off. Because that's where we were.
Do you need a martini glass?
Do we have a good martini glass?
Not in this cabinet, I think. But
Go see if we have one in the cabinet. We're gonna do the 50-50 martini. I've never had this cocktail before, but it is equal parts vermouth and gin. All right, we still have a little bit left for an actual martini for Courtney, so we're gonna do 1.5 ounces of gin. We're using our Rebel City gin. So now Courtney and I have to go back to Ireland. Courtney and I are actually going to try to go to Japan is our next big trip. We're kind of taking it easy on trips this year. We're doing it big at Jazz Fest, and we're doing a staycation for Tales of the Cocktail. And yeah, if you want to ice that down for me, my love. And we're going to do Tales of the Cocktail instead of like a big trip. And we're saving up money to go to Japan because Matt is going to be in Japan in 2027. So we're going to go hang out with him. I'm also trying to get Kill DeVille, my good buddy Kill DeVille. I want to finally meet him. And he has family in Japan. So I want to spend a night with him and let him show us all the cool bars, his favorite bars. Does that sound like fun? Yep. So now we're going to do an ounce and a half of vermouth. Bam. And then did you bring some orange bitters over here?
Yes, I sure did.
Aha. Orange bitters from the Hella Cocktail Craft. But if you like great bitters, make sure you pick up those Savern. Look at the celery bitters. Look at these celery bitters. They're great. You can catch them when you drop them. They didn't break.
Great and Bloody Marys.
The Great Bloody Marys. Great and Dirty Martinis, which we're going to make one later tonight. Love them in Dirty Martinis. Also, my parents cooked them on fish. But it was at a vigil. Made an appearance was at a vigil. I don't kill devils drinking. One dash. Say it with me. Let's do one more. Now we're going to stir it up and pour it out. I don't have any ice. Well, I was going to use this glass, but Courtney wanted a martini glass. And let's get a spoon. I'm going to rinse off the spoon. Yeah, I think I would. Let's see. Who have I met? I met Savage Kitchen. I've met Matt Whiskey Nerd. I met Bonnie twice. I met Doc Martinez. I've met Iceman Can't Cook. I've met Vino's sister-in-law. So there we go. I'll count it. And I feel like I've met someone else. I'm never really good on the thing. All right, let's stir it up. So, martinis were traditionally made with gin. They were made with gin. We actually had a thing called the three martini lunches, where businessmen would go and drink martinis for lunch. It wasn't actually changed to vodka. Do you know who changed it to vodka? I'll give you a hint. He was the sexiest man in the world.
Oh, freaking James Bond.
James Bond is Sean Connery. Sean Connery orders a vodka martini, shaken, not stirred. Because traditionally a martini is a stirred cocktail. There used to be a saying, you want the martini to be so clear, you can see it the poor sap who does not have a martini.
I thought they wrote it that way to make him look stupid or something like that.
So he orders a shaken martini. There's a couple of things. There's one is that James Bond comes from a lower class family, so they wanted to show that he did not know how to drink a martini. The second theory is that he wanted to make a scene, and at the time people were like, "Oh, you ordered a shaken martini, my God." And then the third reason, which probably is the real reason, is that the author of James Bond was kind of a cocktail snob, and he thought it was funny that the sexiest man in the world couldn't order a martini correctly. But Sean Connery made it so cool that everyone wanted to order a martini. Now he orders a vodka martini. Do you know why? Because Smirnoff Vodka paid for a good portion of the movie, so that's why he orders a vodka martini shaken.
This is the reason for everything nowadays.
Yep. In the movie Dr. No. That was the movie Dr. No. Where's my martini glass?
Right over here.
Right over here. Now this is the martini glass, the most hated glass of all bartenders everywhere. There's so much ice. This glass is not a traditional martini glass. Normally martinis used to be served in a coupe glass, but it wasn't until the Sex and the City that glass became very popular.
Really?
Yep.
Because they always order Cosmopolitans.
Yeah. The Cosmopolitan. Dilute the drink to stay sober. That is also another theory that people had. But yeah. Then we're going to do a nice little lemon zest on this one. And you can drop it olive if you want.
I'm gonna pour olive juice.
Yeah. Shaken, not shaken. Now, a lot of people do. I like my martinis stirred because I really like tasting the gin. But a lot of people like the shaking because it does add more dilution, like the Iceman said. And it also adds little ice chips so that way people really, really like. But I like it nice and stirred because, again, I'm one of the people where it should be so clear you should see the poor sap across the bar who didn't order a martini. And we're going to zest the lemon.
That lemon is really.
It was not very juicy.
I was watching it.
Oh, maybe it was. All right. This is the 50-50 martini. It's good. But I like the traditional a little bit better because I like to taste the gin more. But it is delicious. It is very delicious. There you go, Gurney. There's your martini. Stir, not shaken.
It's not dirty though.
It's not dirty. We will make a dirty martini for you. We will make a dirty. Who has the best dirty martini recipe? Put it down below. My parents actually love dirty martinis. But yeah.
Do you think you could make a dirty martini with a pickle? Or with like pickle juice?
A dirty martini with pickle juice. I think it will be gross, but we can try it. We have the technology. The Vespa, yep. The Vespa is also a James Bond cocktail. They actually, too, also the reason why martinis are served more with vodka is because the 3 martini lunches, businessmen found out that if you switch out the gin for vodka, you couldn't smell the juniper on their breath. So people wouldn't know that you had 3 martinis for lunch.
And went back to work.
Yes. I have definitely had 3 martinis in my life back to back, and you can definitely tell when I've had 3 martinis back to back. But also, fun little story. Winston Churchill. He used to love his martinis. You know how he used to love his martinis, Courtney?
Hmm?
He used to love his martinis. He would put gin in it. He would stir it. And he would drink it facing to where France was. So, Winston Churchill liked just cold gin.
I just remember the stories when we went to London about how he didn't get along with that lady. Who was she?
Oh, yeah, she was part of Parliament. And she said, Churchill, you are drunk. And he said, well, tomorrow morning I will be sober. And ma'am, tomorrow morning you will still be ugly. Oh, it's a Churchill.
I need more of that martini.
You need more of that martini. Yeah. That glass is awful. I hate this V-shaped glass.
I mean, it's not bad, except if you're like really close to the edge. I feel like that's just setting yourself up for.
Exactly. In fact, actually, a cool trick Logan does. He hates walking with his glasses so much. He will actually pour it in front of him so he does not have to touch those glasses full. And I was like, damn it, I wish I thought of that trick. And he does it so, like, he'll go up, and if you don't know, you guys probably don't know Logan, but I always say he's like a golden retriever. He's very energetic.
Raptor Logan or 7'3"?
7'3" Logan. Yeah, he hates these glasses so much that he will make the drink in the shaker, and he'll go up and make a big show of it, and he'll be like, ooh, you ordered the espresso martini, and he'll do like a big pour of it. And he told me, he says he hates moving that glass so much that's why he does it. Let's see. So I did promise Courtney a dirty martini, so we're gonna make a dirty martini. Let me find a dirty martini recipe. I don't drink
with
dirty
all
martini.
of the olive juice. I'm a savory girly.
Our gin is not a great gin for the dirty martini. But we'll make you up one. I think it's shaken engine, vermouth to a mixing glass, stir, strain, espresso with oils. That's not the dirty martini I often make. What is the difference between let's see. I usually shake a dirty. Oh, I put dry, not dirty. That's why. I was gonna say I usually shake my dirty martinis when I used to bartend more. I don't bartend as much.
Who are you, James Bond?
James Bond. So this one does a rinse. Fill your martini glass with ice and then dump it out before mixing. Add a splash of dry vermouth to chill the glass and swirl and discard. Add gin or vodka olive brand to a shaker. Shake for 15 seconds. All right, so let's do that. Let's do the Chicago gin. Chicago gin.
This guy?
Yeah. Let's do that one.
Oh, we have to do something with the snowflake gin, though. Like, this is the perfect.
We're going to do an H.H. Holmes. This is going to be my next drink. We're going to use a special ingredient instead of Malort. We're going to do a special ingredient. And it needs to be called New Orleans Serial Killer. But yeah. So, let's do this cocktail. All right. Can you take your glass off the mixing area?
Can you not tell me what to do?
I will tell you what to do. I will tell you. We're going to chill this. We're going to put a little vermouth in there. We're going to chill this glass. It's a pretty fun time, huh? Huh? Y'all enjoying the show? Y'all want to do this once a month? Huh? You want to do this once a month? All right, we're going to put a little vermouth in there like it says.
I always think of that Cowboy Bebop scene where he's tasting it and he's like getting shot at by like 5 different people and he's like, too much vermouth.
That would be... We need to make a cocktail called Too Much Vermouth. Why don't you talk about the Chicago, the distillery in Chicago, and what we did in Chicago?
We went to a baseball game. We saw rats. They have really good hot dogs.
That's the only thing Courtney remembers is we went to a baseball game, we saw rats, and we ate hot dogs. That was...
We went to a haunted hotel. That haunted tour was really cool.
So the haunted tour... the guy was so... Remember he was so hungover?
It was a fun tour, though. You have to.
It was... I actually liked it better. He was so hungover. I went up... When he came to the group, he smelled like freaking Taka vodka. Like, he was so hungover, and he just was, like, not having it today. And it made the tour a lot better. Because, like, sometimes we do ghost tours, and they're like, "Ooh, you can still hear the children."
Well, I mean, he did do that because we were by the
He
theater or
did.
whatever. And he's like, "Oh, these children died, but you can hear them."
He's like, whenever you feel a breeze, it's the dead children calling for help. So whenever you feel a breeze, it's dead children calling for you. But yeah, he was super. That was a cool one. We next time we go to Chicago, we want to stay in that haunted hotel.
The one that Al
Capone used to drink at, where the Jewish woman was being sent back to.
H.H. Holmes used to be is a
What am I
post office
doing?
now, right?
Yes. Oh God, the olives are strong. The olives are strong with this one. The olives are strong with this one. Yeah. Yeah, H.H. Holmes' place is now like a post office. Actually, it stormed so freaking crazily. We had to freaking like it's briny. Can you give me a pick for your garnish?
I'll think about it.
It's your cocktail. Now, actually, this is a great time to announce our sponsor of the stream. It's me. All right. This is the Gnome Savage Bitters. You know what makes a really great dirty martini? The celery bitters make some of the best dirty martinis. I don't really like them, but my mother does, and she says that they're the best. And my mother wouldn't lie to you, right? She teaches at Catholic school. I mean, she's not a liar. So make sure you guys pick up some of this Gnome Savage Bitters. They're the celery ones. They're brand new, and we have tons of it. So make sure you buy it, so that way we can afford these lights, and so our kitties can have a good home. All right, 1 dash. We're gonna do one more. Now let's shake it up and pour it out. Yes. A tale as old as time, asking the internet to support my drinking habits.
Look away, I'm stealing an olive.
I don't care. I don't like dirty martinis. You can have as many olives as you want. Actually, if you want to chug that martini, I can pour it into that glass. No, I've already rinsed the vermouth.
Just say I have to rinse it out.
Bam. Let's see what chat. Courtney, why don't you read what chat's doing? Are they saying nice things about us?
James Bond wants to dilute the drink to stay sober. The Vesperverse. Our favorite homemade pasta joint makes a dirty martini, gin, starchy pasta water. Ooh, that's interesting.
Pasta water. Ooh.
Definitely do it once a month. There's the Chicago dogs with poppy seed on the roll. So they have like a whole pickle and tomatoes. I know it sounds weird, but it's like so delicious.
So it was really funny. So we actually did a food. So Gordon and I, whenever we go to a new town, we always do a food tour. And it's the first thing we do because the food tour always tells us where to drink, where to eat, and all that stuff. And the food tour guy was telling us that the Chicago hot dog was so packed was because it was during the Great Depression, and they were trying to feed as many people as they can the cheapest way they could. So that's why the Chicago dog.
I think that was our favorite thing we had because we had the Chicago. What was it like? The Italian.
The
beef?
deep dish pizza. It's
and the deep dish pizza.
What's up? Yeah, we did not like. You didn't like the deep dish pizza.
The hot dog was like our favorite thing.
Dude, honestly, next time we go to Chicago, I'm just gonna eat hot dogs.
Well, and we had that ice cream that was by the place in Lake Michigan.
Yeah, we actually. It was actually funny because Logan, my co-author, we're writing the book together, he talked up the tour guide so much that they became friends, and then the tour guide, after the tour, just took us around town to like cool places. And I literally told him, I said, dude, this should be the food tour. It was way better. Like, we went to this cool ice cream place. Like, we went to the tallest building for drinks. Like, he brought us down, like, these cool hipster places. It was really, really cool and really, really fun. And, yeah, thank that dude.
To be honest, that was one of my favorite vacations. That, Norway, and then I think Ireland is in third.
Ireland's in Chicago was second. Or Norway was second.
What's in first? Ireland?
Ireland was a lot of fun. I don't know. I think Norway, because it has that recency bias, it was pretty fun. Norway and Iceland were pretty fun. But yeah, that was really talking about Raptor. Raptor 7-3. Yeah, it was Raptor Logan is my co-author. 7-3 Logan. He runs now the bar. He took when I went full-time distilling, he took over that. So, dude, come to Montreal for the food. Real bagels. Honestly, my parents did a Montreal trip.
We really want to go see Canada. We want to see New York and then cross, what is it, like a river?
I want to go see a Buffalo Bills game is also.
Well, no, that's where Niagara Falls is. I feel stupid.
In Buffalo, New York?
No. Like, you go to New York, and then don't you go, like, past Niagara Falls to go to Canada?
Yeah, they, like, share that border.
Chat, feel free to tell me if I'm wrong.
What was the standout cocktail? We actually made... so Iceman Cook came up with a cocktail called Allen Tea something, which had gin, Campari, and creme de violette, and lemon juice. That was really good. We also came up together as a chat. It's called Muppet Style. It is barrel-rested gin, banana liqueur, Blanco vermouth, and Earl Grey bitters with an orange zest. That was actually my favorite of the night, was that one. Courtney just finished a 50-50 martini. We did we were gonna do an aviation, but then Iceman said he had a better recipe, and so we went with that, and it was really delicious. So that's what we're going with. But yeah,
delicious.
that was super super good. But I think it's time. We gotta add some kind of malort to the mix, and we're gonna do an H.H. Holmes.
Do we really have
Let's
to?
do it.
Do
Let's
we have
do
to
it.
add malort to the mix?
We have a secret ingredient. A secret ingredient. A secret ingredient. Where the fuck is it? Hold on.
The malort?
No. The H.H. Holmes. But we're going to do a New Orleans style. So I need a New Orleans serial killer in chat.
I like dirty martinis more than I remember.
According to my mother, it's because you struggled a lot when you were a child. Falls shares a border. Yes, Niagara Falls does share a border. That would be really cool. We need to do that one. All right. We're going to do the H.H. Holmes. This is actually the cocktail I did. We had a collaboration where it was like Mike, Kill DeVille, Bonnie. I forgot all the people in there, but you had to make a Negroni twist with a historical reference. So Chicago, H.H. Holmes was a murderer. He built the murder house. He was a pharmacist too, but he couldn't make enough money as a pharmacist, so he would cake bodies. And then he figured if I kill the bodies, I could have better bodies.
No, he would sell the parts to medical schools.
Yeah.
To teach classes.
Yeah. And so he built a murder house. And he actually got arrested for insurance fraud because he would file insurance claims on the people he murdered. Yeah. So that's how you really go. It's financial crimes. Like Al Capone too was financial crimes. So that's what we're gonna do. Cursing is not kid approved. But we're gonna do a New Orleans twist. And the first thing we're gonna do is we're actually gonna do the snowflake blend of Euphoric. How do you pronounce this distillery? I can never pronounce it.
Euphrosyne?
Yeah, but it's Aetherville.
Atelier.
So I play Magic the Gathering, and they call Aether is a plains, and it's spelled the same way. So it always messes with my brain. Atelier.
Atelier.
Jeb, I want to get him for the absence show. That's what we're planning on next month to do. He doesn't want to show his face, so we'll have to give like a screen with his logo. But he lives my dream. He's got like a studio distillery. It's tiny. It's probably a little bit bigger than this kitchen. It's really, really tiny, and it's so cool. He makes whatever he wants. And this gin is what we call his snowflake gin. He actually didn't like the flavor of it.
No, I thought it was like he used the beer from.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Zoni
Mash.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used the beer discards as the base for this gin, and he threw it into a barrel. And so he doesn't make any more of this, so we're going to do this one. So this is going to be the snowflake gin. And actually, he had a bottle left, and I was so upset because I had to go into work, and somebody bought the last bottle from me, and I was really upset. But yeah, Jeb's really cool guy. He does a really good single malt whiskey. That's really good, and that's what I kind of sip on a lot of times. So yeah, we're gonna do an ounce of that, and we're gonna do a creme de cacao, which I threw somewhere.
I will grab it.
That's right here. Oh. That's what I was looking for. What's up? We got Doc. And we're switching places. Unless you want to switch back. We're going to do an ounce of creme de cacao.
You are the host. Do you want to switch?
I'm the host. We can switch back. You seem like you liked your corner. No one puts Kitty in the corner. Creme de cacao.
It's baby, but
it's baby. You're right. Creme de cookies. I always laugh at this because we had this at the Sazerac house. We did what was that thing? A Teresa. We showed off a Teresa with creme de cookies, and I said the name wrong. And Matt Ray was like, "You're gonna be the only person that can teach people about creme de cookies." So, but a lot of people watch the episodes I use it, so maybe I am the one person to teach people about creme de cookies. And now, so instead of using Malort, we're actually going to use something really special.
Ooh, that's good. That's better than Malort.
This is better than Malort. So you know it's special because it's in an unmarked bottle with blue tape. Now, one of my favorite distilleries that isn't one I've worked at is Rouleaisons. My good buddy Andrew, he is one of the smartest people in chemistry I know. He is a genius. He's a genius at distilling. He makes really great, funky, cool rums. Well, he wanted to make a Malort, and he said, Richard, I don't know anybody better to give the first sample batch to than you. So he gave me some of his try at Malort, and we're going to put it into a cocktail. Actually, Courtney, why don't you grab some and we'll give it a little try. Some Glencairns. And I'll catch up with chat. How's everybody doing? Cursing. Fun fact, the American side of the falls is depressed and run down. The Canadian side is a cute town. America. Yeah, we got old-fashioned ways in here. Cheers. How's it going, everybody? Old-fashioned. Did I miss the Malort cocktail? No, you did not. But we're using a Malort substitute. Ooh. So I actually went to the distillery for Malort. And basically the guy started talking and he looked at us and he's like, you guys know all about distilling, huh? We're like, yeah. And he's like, all right, y'all just want to drink and hang out. And we're like, that's even better. And we just like drank a bunch. And I was like, so how do you make Malort? And he just told me it was a fuck ton of grapefruit peels and a fuck ton of wormwood. So that's the recipe. Okay, it's a little bit more floral than Malort. It does have a lot of knees.
I remember liking it better than Malort, though.
I did wait for you, old-fashioned ways. I wouldn't drink Malort without you, buddy. Yeah, it's a lot more anise on that.
It's sweeter than Malort. Malort is like you drink it and you want to instantaneously vomit. This is
more of like a bitterness. Not so much a grossness. It does have that sweetness, but I still get that bitter. I definitely get that like salivating. So yeah, we're gonna do 3/4 of an ounce of this. That's a jigger. Yeah, would you like to top me off on that 3/4 of an ounce there, my love? All right, 3/4 of an ounce. Bam. And now say it with me, chat. We're gonna stir it up and pour it out. Ooh. So this is pretty much all New Orleans except the creme de cookies. What, no burnt tires? Anything is more floral than Malort. One more dash, one more take. Oh, better have bourbon. I was just talking about you, my friend. What could we add to it? Actually, let's add some of the Earl Grey. We'll add a little bit of our sponsor. We have to show off the sponsor, Courtney. Can you tell us a little bit about our sponsor for the stream?
Our sponsor is Gnome's Tavern. They have a lovely Earl Grey bitters, which complements any cocktail for any occasion. And then we also have celery bitters, which is great for Bloody Marys. We have chocolate bitters, which is a limited edition bitters, and that complements any sweet cocktail that you may be looking to make.
Oh, Courtney does it better than me. Maybe we just need to record that and play that on every episode instead of me fumbling around and being like, please buy it. Are you ready? One dash. We're going to do one more. Bam. We stirred it up. What's up? How'd you create that great company to sponsor? I know the owner. All right. Courtney, can you give me one of those cool little glasses that I enjoy? All right, got it. You know what? I can't believe I didn't buy tonic, and I can't believe I didn't buy any champagne. I didn't buy any of that.
I'm like 99% sure that we have champagne
We
somewhere.
do, but we only have the huge bottles, and then it's like now I have to drink a whole bottle of champagne.
Or I could dump it out 6 months later.
Or you can dump it out 6 months later. Yeah, I didn't want I didn't want to pressure you into drinking a bunch of. I didn't want to pressure you to drink it. He says the Christmas bitters are incredible. Yes, they definitely are. We now have a label to sell them year round. So if you do want them, we do have them year round. We're also going to do a barrel rested Earl Grey. I have to make enough barrel rested. Do you want to get the little barrel? Or here, I'll get the little barrel if you want to drink this.
I got the little barrel.
Okay, she doesn't want to drink this. That's why she's going to get the little barrel. Yeah, we have a Gnome's Tavern little barrel that we're going to fill up. And in about 3 months, we're probably going to taste it every month. But in about 3 months, we're going to do an Earl Grey one. You could make I need to make a champagne syrup. And put a stopper in a wine bottle. I feel it's like a sin. That is exactly right. Don't laugh, but the non-alcoholic John Prosecco is really good. I might even keep using that after dry January. You're a better person than me, Bonnie. The dry January is awesome. Oh, come on in. Let's see.
It is also the Dubis barrel.
It is the Dewis barrel, so don't hunt me down if you don't like the stream. But yeah, so we're going to fill that up with, you know, I like this better than when I did the original. It's a lot more floral.
Ooh, that's delicious.
That is really good. And now you get the bitterness at the end, which is really, really nice. But yeah, so that's the Dubis barrel. It will have Earl Grey in it soon. I made a batch for it, and then we sold a bunch of it. And so I couldn't put it in the barrel because I had to put it in the bottle. So it was a good problem to have. So I got to make more, and then we're going to put that in there, and then we're going to sell some barrel age Earl Grey. And my partner, everyone give him a shout out. Jovi, who does a lot of the logistic stuff. I do the creative stuff. He does the videos. He finds the bottles and all that stuff. He's been a little bit, had a lot of pressure because he just got a promotion and he is in the media for, I want to say the Air Force. So it's been, he's been having to do a lot of PR spin if you catch my drift. So he's been very, very busy. So send him some love, send him some good vibes, so that way he can do that. But yeah, like the whole bottle is not a problem. But yeah. So what is y'all's favorite? Start telling me what y'all's favorite gin cocktail is. What's your favorite gin cocktail, Courtney?
We have not made a bee's knees yet, but I will say honestly, a Negroni is probably my favorite.
Negroni is probably my favorite too. Yeah, whenever Courtney and I come back from drinking, we always make Negronis. They're so delicious.
Especially when you're like, shower Negronis are the best.
Shower Negronis when you're drunk and you're taking a shower Negroni.
Mhm.
It's better, like, forget beer showers. Shower Negronis are the best Negronis. So yeah, those are all the best ones. We kind of did one with the HH Home as kind of a Negroni riff. This is super delicious. I kind of want to enter this into contests and stuff and see. I don't know. When they see
I
my
don't
warrant,
know.
they'll probably be like, "Meh, okay, get out of
I
here.
feel
You're
like
crazy."
tasting this dirty martini has opened a new world for me because I love savory stuff. So like,
And if you don't guys know, I actually, this is kind of a plug. I just gifted some local honey for Christmas. I should make a bee's knees. You should make a bee's knees, and you should make it with the celery bitters. It goes really great in the dirty martini. Not even trying to do a plug, just trying to enhance your cocktails. This goes fantastic in dirty martinis. This is what my mother uses for her dirty martinis. And she also uses it to cook fish. I don't know if you know that. But yeah, she
I
cooks
don't
her
know
fish
that.
with the celery bitters. But yeah, it's really great in dirty martini.
wait, your mom cooks fish?
Well, actually, now more my dad cooks fish, but when she does cook fish, she does that. because dad's retired and now he's a stay-at-home dad. So he
I want to
gets
show up to your parents on a random Tuesday to eat fish.
to eat fish.
Yeah.
I'm sure you don't have to show up randomly. If you just call them and say, I want fish, they'll probably make you a fish. I've learned that I don't have a favorite cocktail. I have a go-to. I have way too many drinks to remember. What is your go-to? All right, let's narrow it down. What is yours? I'm really buzzed. I don't want to think, and that's the cocktail I make with
Whiskey
Jen.
sour. Oh wait,
Oh,
no,
whiskey sour, yeah.
that's not a gin cocktail.
Yeah, for the people that just showed up late, I always tell people you got to watch out when Courtney makes your cocktail. She doesn't like shaking multiple times, so she will quadruple recipes. So one whiskey sour will
Before.
before. Like, go grab that glass you wanted me to use, that big ass glass. These two are Courtney's glasses. Yeah. Show them the Courtney glass. They're real crystal. They're really expensive. Look at this. This is what Courtney drinks out of when she makes cocktails. This thing is bigger than my fist, but it fits her whiskey sours. This is so. If you ever come to my house and Courtney hands you this glass,
You'll have fun.
you'll have fun. You'll have a great time.
We'll have a great time together.
You won't have a great next day, but you'll have a great time today. You know, like a famous man once said, are you here for a good time or a long time? You know, that's what you gotta do. All right, let's see what the thing. Maybe the Tom Collins more to the High Club Soda. Favorite cocktail. That's a hard one. I have to say the old fashioned. Let's actually make an old fashioned for the old fashioned ways. But I kind of want to tell the Tom's. Can I tell the Tom Collins story? I love telling stories. I did a lot of booze tours, and I kind of want to do my own booze tour, but that's for another day. But the Tom Collins is actually made
every day.
I do booze tours every day. It's actually great booze tours because I come in for 5 minutes and I give people booze and then I leave. It's the best tour. So actually, the Tom Collins was made by Phil Collins, not that Phil Collins that you know. But the Tom Collins, the legend has it as that there used to be a joke with it. And so back in the day, you would go to a bar. Let's say that, Courtney, you would come to the bar and I'd be like, hey, did you know this guy, Tom Collins, at the bar next door was making fun of your mother and he was really awful and saying all this shit about you? And you would get really upset. You'd be like, well, I'm going to go give the Tom Collins a piece of my mind. So you walk to the other bar and you go up to the bartender and you'd be like, where's Tom Collins? And then the bartender would hand you a Tom Collins drink. And that was humor in the early 1800s. I think the 1920s, but don't quote me on that. Ooh, a Court Survivor number 2. I think I wrote that down on my... I did not, but we should make a Corpse Survivor number 2, and we should make an old fashioned. So we're gonna make how I make my gin old fashions, and
old fashions were whiskey.
So, Courtney, wow, segue. So an old fashioned is actually described as a spirit of any kind. So you could actually make an old fashioned with vodka if you wanted to, or any kind of spirit. It's just typically they would always pour bourbon is usually the typical old fashioned. So the spirit of any kind, bitters, and something sweet. Now there's actually a fourth ingredient that people often forget. Do you know what the fourth ingredient of an old fashioned is?
Juice.
Water.
Oh.
It's spirit of any kind, something sweet, bitters, and water. Back in the day, old fashioned was so old they actually used to pour water into your glass. But now we get the water from the ice. Now the story of the old fashioned, this is, and I always like to preference all my drinking stories. I like to tell you, drinking stories are told by alcoholics and drunks, and they're kind of like fishing stories. So they might not be totally true, but you know, they're fun to tell. So one of the stories is probably not true, is the old fashioned where it's got its name, was apparently there was a really grumpy old man who was really upset because in the cocktail movement, a lot of things have removed. You think of the Manhattan, you think of the martini, they start adding a bunch of vermouth and stuff into the cocktail. And legend has it that an old man walked into the bar and said, "God damn it, serve me a cocktail the old-fashioned way." And that is what he wanted.
What's wrong with vermouth?
I don't know. He was a grumpy old man. What is wrong with grumpy old men? Vino.
I mean, I married someone.
You married a grumpy old man who likes yelling at clouds. So when I make my old fashioned, I'm kind of lazy and I like to build it into the glass. Water. Old fashioned's got it. Yep. Spirits, bitter, sugar, and water for non-alcoholic John. I like a paper plane or a sidecar. The paper plane. We are actually, So, we're going to make an old-fashioned. This is my old-fashions. We're going to make an old-fashioned. Now, whenever I work at a bar at the distillery, it's not super crazy. When it's not super crazy, when someone orders a old-fashioned, I always ask, how sweet do you like your old-fashions? At a distillery, a lot of times people want to taste the booze, so they'll say not sweet at all. But sometimes you get people that don't know what an old-fashioned is. The grandpa ordered old-fashioned, their dad ordered it, and they want something a little bit sweeter. So that's why I always ask, how sweet you like old-fashions? And they say, not sweet at all. I said, I got you, brother. Because remember, you can always add stuff to a cocktail you can never take away. So we're going to do a little honey syrup. These are sweet. And I'm just going to do a little bit. So what I like to do is I like to actually take my honey bottles. And when they go halfway, I like to fill them with hot water and shake the living crap out of them.
So that's honey syrup.
Honey syrup. It's water and honey. And then, Courtney, who's our sponsor for the show?
Gnome's Tavern.
Oh,
Bitters.
what? How did we get a bunch of Gnome's Tavern bitters? We're going to do our Gnome's Tavern bitters. We're going to do 2 dashes of the Gnome's Tavern. Ready? 1, 2, sit.
Which bitters are we using?
We're using the Earl Grey bitters. The Earl Grey bitters made with love and care. And care. From a sad New Orleanian man.
And Fruit Loops.
And Fruit Loops, yeah. It's not with Earl Grey. We just crush up Fruit Loops and stir it around. You found us at. And Courtney, what's our saying? One more. Oh, they always tip our bartender. I have too many sayings. What's your top 3? What's your favorite saying, I say? What's my favorite one?
Always tip your bartender.
It's nice. Shake it up and pour it out. Oh,
Okay.
Courtney, what gin would you like? I would prefer a barrel rested gin, or we can do a Geneva if you'd like.
Out of all of the ones, did you use the snowflake yet?
I did. I did that in the H.H. Holmes, the one I'm drinking right now.
Did you use the Soroka yet?
Oh, the fun fact, Teddy Roosevelt, that was his favorite. I had not used that one. Teddy Roosevelt's favorite cocktail was the old fashioned. Teddy Roosevelt is actually my favorite president.
So was that his favorite thing besides busting monopolies?
Oh, look at Courtney with the fun facts. Teddy Roosevelt, it's actually what the teddy bear is named after.
I know.
And the national parks.
And he used to be like, you can't have monopolies.
You can't have monopolies. Teddy Roosevelt, also one of my favorite stories, is he got shot while giving a speech on a train, and he had a book that stopped the bullet, and he said, "Sorry, I can't speak so loud because I just got shot," and did a 2-hour speech.
I'm not trying to get political, but if you busted monopolies, how are monopolies still a thing?
Because of money. Anyway, this is why I drink. We're going to do our Jackson Hole barrel, more FDR mystery. Somehow the Gnome's Tavern's bitter return. We're going to do 2 ounces of, it's the end of the night where the Gnome's pours a little heavier. We're going to do 2 ounces of our favorite barrel rested gin. That's not my favorite. Courtney, what is my favorite barrel rested gin?
The 7-3.
Gentilly Gin, right here.
Gentilly Gin.
My first batch cocktail. Oh, my first batch. Right here. Gentilly Gin. But we're going to do this one right here. Also, too, if you do not have the Gnome's Tavern Earl Grey bitters because you hate life and you want to be sad and you don't have those, you can use Patience bitters if you would like. This is a Jackson Hole. Tell us about what's your favorite memory from Jackson Hole.
My favorite memory from Jackson Hole is when we were riding the snowmobiles, and I almost flipped you, and you tapped.
And I freaked out. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was like any other time I'm driving you in a motorized vehicle.
Courtney gets very angry, and it's a low ABV old fashioned. This one is 49%. My go-to cocktail is the Manhattan. May go to gin is an Angel's Face. Can you send me the specs of Angel Face? Let's make it today. So immediately, and I like to kind of say why I do old fashions the way I do. And I know Vino, because he worked in more like catering, and I worked in more distilling. So this is where him and I kind of have a little bit of a difference on it. In the distillery, people are coming drinking old fashioned to try more of the spirits for it. So this is kind of my old fashioned theory, and you can take it. I like to understir my old fashions. And the reason is, and this is my tinfoil hat coming out, an old fashioned is like a bell curve for me. It comes out really, really strong to the perfect cocktail to being watered down and gross. So I always understir it because I'd rather you drink to perfection than to me to hand it to you at perfection. Also, I find that when I have to do a party with like over 100 people and I have to make so many old fashions, if I understir it and it's a little bit stronger, guess what? You take your time drinking it. So
it's like the ingredients are mixing in your mouth instead of a bartender mixing the ingredients and giving it to you.
Wait, what? Yeah, so it's kind of how you would like to do it. That's how I do the old fashioned. All right, I'm gonna do a lemon zest on this one. I like to do more of an orange on winter and a lemon with my gin old fashions. So we're gonna do a lemon zest. Courtney, how's the chat doing? Whoop. Now this is the big glass. This is like my grandmother's glass. My grandmother would drink. Actually,
that was only 2 ounces, but somehow a half ounce in the glass.
Hey, 2 ounces made in the glass. God damn it!
Oh no, 1.5 ounces. I have to go for it.
I one time crashed it. You crashed a dog sled? Damn. All right, here you go, babe. Give it a
I'm
try.
in Manhattan right now.
Had a Manhattan, me too. I prefer a lemon. I like an orange with bourbon and a lemon with rye. Oh, I never had a lemon with rye. I constantly sip myself sugar over cube, big wrap. It's beneath me. Can't prevent you understir and undershake everything too, but because it's too busy. Yeah. I thought we had a discussion where you were telling me that you need to hand it at perfection at events. I may have just made that up, but yeah.
I said, I'm a savory girly.
Try this.
I like my dirty martini.
Try this one.
But I like my dirty martini.
I mean, I can make you more dirty martinis. Just a flask everywhere I go, especially works. That exactly does work. So, yes. But yeah, that's how I like my old fashioned. Oh, I kicked you in the butt.
It's very citrus forward.
I like to tell a story about Jackson Hole. Corey and I went away from her family, and we were hitting up bars and doing like our little own personal bar crawl. Barb. Trailer Park Boys. Motherfuckers. Corey and I love watching Trailer Park Boys.
You live in my care.
I feel like Iceman loves Trailer Park Boys.
Iceman, do you love Trailer Park Boys?
Eagle Parts apple brandy and apricot. There's an apricot liqueur. We don't have Eagle Parts apple brandy. I think I'm actually gonna try to make that. Equal parts gin, apple. I'm gonna try and make that, but I'm gonna use banana liqueur and see if it works. So we were bar hopping and we were closing out a bar, and this dude next to us was smashed, and we were talking about because somebody was really rude to the bartender, and I was just like, you always can tell when people who don't work in customer service because they're rude to customer service people. And this guy screams out, he goes, I think it should be a government requirement that every senior in high school must spend 1 month being a waiter at a restaurant, and he said the world would be a better place.
I mean, that is definitely fair. I started off being like, whatever he is saying is stupid, but that is definitely fair.
That is definitely fair. I think I agree with that. That like, I definitely agree with that. That you should. I definitely agree that everyone should work in customer service because you're a lot nicer to customer service people in that. All right, let's try Vito's. What's it called? It's called the Angel Face. I'm gonna change it out. I'm gonna do the banana liqueur because Courtney loves banana, and that's what we're gonna do. Because it's my show and I can cry if I want to. How you feeling, Courtney? You still alive?
Mm-hmm.
You need a break?
Do you need a break?
I'm making another cocktail.
I'm trying to speak English.
But for cocktail parties, you're just pumping out drinks. Yeah. So, I gotta tell the story. So, Renee and I were working a party, and this lady wanted a dirty martini, and Renee was the other guy working. We were at 7-3, and he accidentally grabbed the pickled okra jar instead of the dirty olives jar.
I might like it regardless.
But here's the problem. Pickled okra, the liquid in pickled okra is like a radiation green when you shake it up. And he was pouring it. I said, dude, you got the pickled okra. You don't have the pickled olive. And he goes, oh, she won't notice. And he shakes his cocktail and pours it. And it's like as green as this bottle. Like super neon green, and the shock on the lady's face as he's pouring this is like, oh my god, what the hell is going in this glass? So he pours it up, and he hands it to her. And he's like, "Oh, everything will be fine, Richard." And she takes a sip, and she kind of stands at the bar, and she's kind of like looking at us stand at the bar. And then I go, "Hey, Renee, why don't you go get some more ice?" And he goes and gets ice. And the second he walks over from the bar, she comes up to me and she goes, you know, that gin is really nice. And I said, but you want an actual dirty martini, huh? And she goes, oh, thank God, yes. God, a banana face. I think you might. What would he might be in love with? All right, let's got some apple brandy and some gin. Courtney, find me a good gin that will go with apple brandy.
A good gin that would go with apple brandy.
Actually, do you want to build your gin wall again?
I think I need to drink a little bit of water.
Courtney is going to take a water break. Actually, I'm going to do a gin that Courtney does not have a story with because she's taking a water break. Let's give me this gin, the Modern Spirits. Do we still have Bonnie in the chat? Bonnie, this is in Bonnie's neighborhood.
My voice twin.
Courtney's voice twin, apparently. Yes, this is in Bonnie's neighborhood. This is going to be modern. Let me see. That's what's so hard to do about a live show. You know, you just keep having drinks. I'm going to take the old fashioned. We're going to put this right over here. Once again, this is a postmodern. This is their peach could probably sell for apple. I tried doing the peach earlier, but I have a really shitty peach liqueur, and I didn't. I had a really shitty peach liqueur, and it was not good at all. So that's why I switched for banana. But yeah, this is Uproot Gin. This is the barrel rested. This is really cool. And in fact, if I wanted to start a distillery, this is kind of the idea that I kind of want to steal from him. That he actually rents it out to college kids and school, so he does get that income from the college. And he actually does. He teaches distilling classes to chemistry majors and all those to help subsidize his distillery. And this is a really good gin. It's made with let's see. Botanicals. I'm gonna try actually. I haven't had this gin in a while. This is the gin I got for my bachelor party. My friends and I went to Knoxville because we had a buddy who said we had a free hotel room in Knoxville, and then we found out that it was like a single room log cabin with one bathroom, and we're like, no, we're not doing 5 grown ass men sharing one room and one bathroom. So we paid for an Airbnb. But yeah, that's why we went to Knoxville because he promised us this like really nice thing. But yeah, one of the groomsmen. Yeah, so the peach liqueur I got is this cheap one, Dillard's peach liqueur. This one, it's too plasticky, and I think I honestly might just throw it away. I don't really like it, and it's kind of just taking up space. Okay. Yeah, it's very earthy. This is the earthier gin of there. Ooh, it's got some savory notes in there. Oh, man, grassy, earthy notes, some savory. It's got the junipers at the very end. It's kind of like a back seat to this gin. 5 guys in one bed. Yeah, that's what he's just like. He's like, yeah, we'll just make it work. I was like, no, I'd rather pay money than make it freaking work. So yeah, so we're gonna do this. It's gonna be equal parts. I'm gonna do a Negroni style. So we're gonna do an ounce of each. This Dillard's often too sweet. Yeah. Well, it's not so much that it's sweet. It's just that plastic. I can't get past that plastic kind of taste. All right, so this banana face. We're gonna do an ounce of our postmodern. And actually, postmodern, I actually don't like their logos. And there was another distillery that had better logos, and I was kind of excited to go there. And their distillery was really not great. I'm not going to say their name, but this one blew me out of the water. The guy was very nonchalant, and he kind of was like, I think he had a lot of paperwork to do, so he's kind of pushing us. And I was like, hey, man, I just got into this. It was right when I started distilling. And he kind of opened up, and we kind of hung out and talked a bunch. And that's the best part about being a distiller is you go to any distillery and they usually roll out the red carpets. And I roll the red carpets for any distiller that comes through. And any of you guys, if y'all come through the distillery, I will roll out the red carpet for you guys because you guys are awesome. Yeah, so we went here and then we went to the other one, and it was like a 20 tastings, and it was awful. And it was like everything was like, I was like, oh, this is a base with a hint, and it was not good. And like I said, I had 20 tastings, and we couldn't fit everybody on the table. It was so yeah, postmodern. But it was really funny because sometimes I forget that I'm not in New Orleans. And New Orleans, we have to-go drinks where you can go grab a drink and then go somewhere else, right? And so we had those to-go drinks, and I was at the bar. We were ready to go to the next distillery, and it was a short walk. And we're like, I ordered a bunch of drinks, and I was like, yeah, we'll take them to go. And the girl goes, what does that mean? And I said, well, you see those plastic cups? Put them in there, and we'll take it to go. And she's like, that's super illegal. And I was like, let me worry about that. And we got to-go drinks. That was my bachelor party. You okay? Granny's okay. She's rallying. Why don't you come sit down, drink some water? All right, we're going to do 1 ounce of our Calvados apple brandy. In case you didn't know, Calvados is made in the Normandy region of France. Think of Normandy d'Ite. Normandy region of France. And then what was the other thing? It was an ounce of... Oh, we're going to do banana liqueur. Yeah. You want some water? Martinis. They get you. 3 martinis.
Yeah, definitely.
Since we have a freeze in New Orleans, I was gonna make egg drop soup today, but then I was like, egg drop soup is not a good drinking podcast meal beforehand. So we did I did it with beef teriyaki. That's what I made today.
That is delicious.
It was so delicious. I might actually microwave these some so we can eat them while we finish this show. All right, well, let's stir it up. Pour it out. Bam. Who was it that just broke there? Great value. Griffin Core. Grapefruit might be. I do need to get some of those. Bolus. The weird like dive bar ones. Those sent us a bunch of 173 because they wanted to use our product to help sell Bolus. And yeah, I had to make cocktails with them, and they were awful, and I hated it. I tried to do like that Japanese drink, the slipper, and I tried to do a Muse slipper because that's what that's like a New Orleans tradition. Is that Muse one? Yeah, it was awful. So awful. All right, we're gonna put it into our glass, and we're gonna pour it out. How you feeling, Courtney? She's still here. We might need to order some gains. All right, here's the angel face or banana face that Vino said was delicious. Oh my god, that is good. Dude, try with the banana. It's so good with a banana. Want a little sip? No, Courtney doesn't want a little sip. It's so good. That's such a good cocktail. I'm writing that one down. Angel first. Where's my pen? Right here. That's so good, Vino. Vino, have you dropped the video lately? It hasn't come up on my feed. I try to bell everybody's to watch it, but I have not seen yours. June, apple brandy, and apricot. Apricot/banana. You need to go lay down? All right. Everyone say goodbye to Courtney. Thank you, Courtney, for drinking all the cocktails. She's going to go lay down. We're off tomorrow. So we are in a freeze. And I've got eggs and corn dogs for breakfast. Yeah, the banana first. Let me worry about that. It's famous last word. I'm going to try it. Manana. Yes. Definitely. This is delicious. I really, really like this. I think too, because that gin has such good savory notes on it, that it really kind of adds, it kind of brings down that sweetness of the banana. Really, really good. That is fantastic. Thank you, Vino, for sharing that cocktail with me. That one is really, really good. I like that one. That's one of my top ones. I think still Muppet Style is still my favorite. And you guys can steal it. Put it on your show. That one's still my favorite. It's got a similar vibe to it, but it also has the Earl Grey bitters. So it obviously it beats out every cocktail you guys make. Those Earl Grey bitters. Bye, Courtney. Everyone says goodbye, Courtney. Yeah. She also so cats always pick like a primary human, and her cat is this big, fat, short gray tabby, and yeah, he basically also signaled for her to go to bed, and yeah, they're like soulmates. When one's mad, the other one's mad too. It's kind of funny. He actually was a 30-pound cat, and the doctor was like, "You guys need to lower it." So I got like an auto feeder, all that stuff, and he actually dropped like I think 10 pounds. How many pounds did Toki drop? He dropped like 10 pounds. So now he's like skinny, and he actually got bullied. He likes going outside, and we only let him outside in our backyard because he's kind of dumb. And we're worried that he's so dumb he might get hurt or get kidnapped. So we only let him in our backyard, and then like a street cat came, and he always tries to act tough. And the street cat jumped in our backyard, and he cried for me so hard I had to come save him. And I got no thank you. No thank you for that. Really hurt my feelings. No thank you. All right. What other gin cocktail should we make, guys? I think I'm going to finish this one, and I think I got one more in me. What's the weirdest gin cocktail we can make? Up there's okay. I got a lot of great messages from people. Yeah, I got a new subscriber too. That's fantastic. So next month, Courtney and I decided to do an absinthe episode. I'm gonna try to convince Jeb to come on. He doesn't like showing his face. He feels more comfortable doing it behind a veil. It's kind of like Batman that way. He makes some of my favorite gin, some of my favorite absinthe here in New Orleans. So we're gonna do an absinthe episode next month, maybe similar to I don't know. Maybe we'll do like the last Saturday of every month. We'll do an episode. Make a mule with gin. I don't have any ginger beer because Corey and I got a food bug and we drank a bunch of ginger beer to stop that. So I don't have any ginger beer for that. But I do have some cool syrups. Oh, let's actually end the night. Let's do a cocktail. Let's all make a cocktail together. All right, let's make a cocktail together. What do we want? We want a sour or a Sazerac with gin. Let's make a Sazerac with gin. So gin's going to be the base. What are we going to replace the pastries with? What are we going to replace the syrup with? I got some jam. I got some raspberry. I got some grapefruit. I got what are we going to replace some things? We'll do a Sazerac Rift. Sazerac Rift. Let me actually prep it and start going in the comments. What do we want to do? What kind of wacky stuff we want to do with the Sazerac Rift of a gin? We got our official Sazerac glasses. I like that. Maybe we'll end every episode. We'll do a Sazerac Rift of whatever the theme is for the night. Maybe that would be cool. There. All right, I got my one chill glass. I would use Gnome's Tavern, Earl Grey Bitters, the sponsor. Yes, that's because Iceman gets paid to sponsor us. Our sponsor for the video today is the Earl Grey Gnome's Tavern Bitters. Make sure you get the Earl Grey Gnome's Tavern Bitters. You can't make some of the cocktails we made tonight unless you have the Gnome Tavern Earl Grey Bitters. Make sure you grab those. Nice. Replace the absinthe with Galliano. I don't know if I have Galliano. What is a good Galliano substitute? I did a really good clean out. Galliano liqueur is a sweet herbal liqueur known for its vanilla. All right, you know what we're going to do for that one instead? We're actually going to do my friend's Malort substitute. That's what we're going to do as our rinse. My friend's Malort substitute right here. For that one. All right. Need to replace. There we go. I already got you. Replace the ice with molten lava. All right. I will go to Iceland and grab the molten lava. Stir game? I think this one's good. So we got our gin. We got our bitters. What sweet? What are we gonna do for the sweet? What are we gonna do for the sweet? Love you. Sorry, I had to check on my wife real quick. Sub with vanilla extract. Ooh, that's a good idea, Joseph. That's a good idea. Did you just subscribe? Thank you for subscribing so much. I think you just subscribed. Thank you. All right. Oh, no. Corey MC just subscribed. So thank you so much, Corey MC, for just subscribing to me. We're so close, man. It's like so close. I just want to hit that freaking thing. What jams do I have? Oh, I just bought strawberry jelly. Let me go see. I know I got some figs. I think a fig would be very delicious in this. Oh, we do have figs. We got some figs. We got red pepper jelly. Ooh, that might be actually pretty good. I apparently have 3 jars of figged. So we have figs. We got red pepper jelly, which I'll think. Figs or red pepper jelly? Chai syrup. I actually used my last bit of chai syrup, but that would be amazing. It could work. We're talking about music jams. I mean, honestly, I was listening to Run the Jewels today. Run the Jewels. Um, it's actually funny because my coworker was like, "Have you ever heard of Josh Gambino?" And I rapped like the full line of Camp. We're talking big could work. All right, so we're gonna do fig instead of simple. We're gonna do gin instead of Sazerac rye, and we're gonna do Earl Grey bitters instead of Peychaud's bitters, and we're gonna rinse with this Malort Rouleissance. And I'll get the Galliano if this drink is great. I'm actually gonna stir. I usually like to stir it in a glass and pour it in another one, but I'm actually gonna use my fancy stir glass. So let me do that. Oh, they're all great. I think I dumped it. I think I dumped it. All right, we got last drink of the night, and then I have to take care of my wife. The love of my life. My wife. All right, what are we going to do for a barrel-rested gin? Ooh, do we do the Snowflake, a gin that no longer exists anymore? Do we do the 7-3 gin? Do we do the Texas one I got? It's my hand to me, or do we do the Jackson Hole gin? The old girl syrup. All right, so we're going to start off. Tell me which gin you think. 7-3 barrel rested, Jackson Hole barrel rested, Knoxville, or the Snowflake one that doesn't exist anymore, or Texas. Vote down below. We're going to do 3 dashes. 1, 2, 3. Say it with me, chat. We're going to do one more. And then we're going to do what? 2 bar spoons of figs? 2 bar spoons of fig jam. Mix 2 gins. We're going to mix 2 of them. Let's do it. Let's do 2 New Orleans ones. How about that? All right. We're going to drop some fig jam. I'm going to do 2 bar spoons. How's that sound, y'all? All right. I was obsessed with fig cocktails. So, yeah. All right. And then we'll do, like you said, we're going to do an ounce of the Snowflake gin. Gin blend. Ounce of the Snowflake one. In case y'all didn't know, this is he actually used Zoni Mashes, which is a brewery in New Orleans that actually closed down, and he used theirs. And I want to say in this story, he put it in a barrel because he hated it, and so he put it in a barrel because he didn't want to throw it away, and then he kind of forgot about it. And 3 years later, he pulled it out of the barrel, and it's delicious. And now it's sold out, so you can't get it anymore. And then we're going to use the 7-3 distilling gin. This is the first thing I've ever blended, so it's really, really fancy and special to me. Right here. Bam. All right. Now let's stir it up. I'm going to grab some ice. And we're going to stir up this cocktail. Bam. I love Vino in the chat because he's like, you should use this spirit. And I'm like, oh, God, my trailer trash self does not have that spirit. 2 New Orleans gins we got right here. Well, we need to have, like, I know we have a lot of YouTuber bartenders, and Iceman Can't Hook, who's an honorary YouTube bartender. We just need to have, like, just chill nights. Like, I think we need to do another collab. I really miss Love Potion. Was really, really fun. The Christmas ones were really fun. I like a challenge where parameters, because if I don't have parameters, I just kind of go crazy and I just start kind of doing random shit. But we really need to start doing that. I'm going to think of a next collab, and I would really love for all of us to do it, Ooh, okay, we got this thing stirred up. I'm stirring it up pretty hard because I want to get that jam infused. Because that jam's probably been sitting there. All right, let's get our glass prepared. We got our ice. I'm just going to dump it right in here. What do we say we're going to put? Oh, we're going to put in my friend's Malort. I don't know where I put that. Where did I put it? Did anybody know where I yeeted off the friend's Malort? The friend's Malort. The friend's Malort. Where? Right here. Over here. All right. I have one with a. All right, we're gonna do a little rinse. In case you didn't know, this is my friend Andrew. He runs Relaisons, which you guys have to go check out. He wanted to do his own Malort, and he gave me the first try at it, and because he said, "I don't know anybody who deserves my first try at Malort more than you," and you know, some people get Nobel Peace Prizes, some people get awards, but that's the true award. There's only one in the world, and I have it. We're gonna rinse and up. And then we're probably going to do a lemon zest. I need my little strainer on here. I probably should double strain it so I didn't get that big. All right, and then we're going to lemon zest. I need on my lemon. Why don't we send each other cocktail recipes and syrups we need to make and a couple of calls? Dribs and Bram, we actually did a collab because I entered a contest. It was a daiquiri contest, and you had to make a daiquiri off of this list. And that was really, really cool because you had to use a sour off the list, you had to use a rum off the list, and you had to use a sweet off the list. And I think we need to do some more of that. Maybe we'll do a Negroni one where we put like a bunch of bitter stuff on a list. And then, or maybe like a whiskey sour, we put like a bunch of different whiskeys on a list, a bunch of different sweeteners and that. And then like, I think we need to do one of those. Maybe we'll do a whiskey sour competition because there's so many different whiskeys and those are really cool. All right. And that way too, it was really nice too, because if you didn't have access to something, you could just pick something that you did have access to on that list, and it really made for some fun and creative ones. That was the daiquiri one that was like really, really fun and creative. All right, so we did Earl Grey bitters, fig jam, barrel rested gin, a blend, and we rinsed it with my favorite thing. Some people get handed me down Nobel Peace Prize. Yes. That's pretty nice. I love the figs with the jam. I think if we use the Galliano syrups, I think that rinse would have been a little bit better. A little vanilla would be really, really good. Maybe a vanilla extract. I think the chocolate bitters would actually be better in this one with the figs. I think the chocolate bitter would be a little bit better. Let me put a little dash in there and stir it up. But I definitely want to do this cocktail on my channel. I like the figs and I like the gin. The Earl Grey, I think. Let me put a little chocolate bitters in there. But I like this. I think it could be a little bit better. But it's good. Like if you serve this at a bar, I'd be like really happy. But I think I could be ecstatic, if that makes sense. I like the chocolate bitters better. I think when I do a video on this one, I'm going to do the chocolate bitters. So let me write this one down. But this is great. This is a great end of the night cocktail. I love the figs with the gin. It's just so great. And I think the chocolate bitters on that. Are y'all going to make this one? What should we call it? Staff? I called you my staff. The crew, like WWE always has something like WWE Universe, and every wrestler has like something. What would be the Gnomes crew? What tavern dwellers? Is he lying? Is he lying to himself? I'm not lying to myself. I actually like the chocolate one a lot better. So we're gonna do 2 scoops of fig. Also, Courtney will be happy because I can use this fig jam that I bought so much of. 2 OZ of gin, barrel rested. And then I'm going to change it from Earl Grey to chocolate bitters. So 3 dashes of chocolate. And, what was the thing you said we should use? Sturga or Galliano? Galliano rinse. I gotta put Sazerac Rift. And what are we gonna name it? Is it the lying to himself? That might be a good cocktail name. Lying to himself. What would be a good cocktail name for this, guys? The dead Courtney. That might be a good cocktail name. I don't know. I also like to get songs that get stuck in my head. God, chocolate and fig just work so good together. This is pretty delicious. I think I have so many videos to make now. I think tomorrow I'm just gonna call it Figa. Dude, my dyslexia is killing. Figa da booty it. Figa da booty it. Figa got that booty it. Got that. No, you got that booty. You got that booty. That good. You're gonna have to give me the pronunciation spelling of that one. Did you know? So I entered a contest. I don't know why I entered this contest. They just make fun of me every time. But I entered a contest, and this cocktail contest, and it's very like stuff, like stuffy twirl it. The Sazerac figs. And I entered it, and I named it Get Figgy with It, because I was like, as a kid, I love Get Jiggy with It. And I lost a bunch of points because it had no meaning. And they were like, we need a better, we're like, the cocktail sounds great, but we need a better story than you just like get jiggy with it, and fig with it is a fun pun. So we're not moving you on. And I was like, all right. Sazzy fig. Sazerac fig. The Sazerac fig. Sazerac fig. Right to the point. Don't mess around. I like it. The Sazerac fig. Have you Sazerac figged? If you are Sazerac fixing, please see your local doctor. If you're Sazerac figging past 8 hours, you need to go to bed. All right, everybody. Just a little. Let's do a little recap for the night. We made a bunch of cocktails. We made our first cocktail was a tequila gin cocktail that was pretty bad. So we'll never make that cocktail again. It's called Firefly. Not a really good cocktail. They should not rate your cocktail, not name. This is also the one that called me basic. I made a cocktail. Using all ingredients that I've used in college, and it was supposed to be an elevated cocktail, and I called it "The Dog Days Are Over," and it had like coffee, Southern Comfort, banana liqueur, and the story is like how I elevated from that because it's the stuff I used to use in college. And it had a donut hole as the garnish, and it was so delicious. I loved that cocktail. I actually had a wine sommelier and published author of beer judging actually helped me design the drink. And so it was a great drink, and they hated it. They said, your cocktail is basic. I I don't know why I enter it. I think it's just because I like the abuse. But yeah, I did another one of my favorite cocktail stores I entered in. I entered in a fig cocktail. It was Deep Cut Eddie's cocktail competition. And I entered it just sometimes I enter contests because I just I just kind of like making new cocktails, and contests kind of narrow and give me like focus. So I like to enter them. So I entered this one. I have shits and gigs, and I love Trailer Park Boys. And Randy always goes, "Frick off, Ricky, frick off, Ricky." And so I made a fig cocktail, and I called it "Fig Off, Ricky." And I fucking got into the semifinals, and it was one of the most enjoyable things. They wrote an article about the semifinalists for Deep Cut Eddie's, and like you just see the top 6 cocktails are like summer breeze, the man at the window, like all like poetry, and then the movement just says "Fig off, Ricky." Creator loves Trailer Park Boys. That's all it said. I love that cocktail. I still drink that cocktail. That's such a great cocktail. So yeah, so we did so we started the night with the Firefly. It was very bad. So we did another cocktail. Princess and the Fig. That's the name. Princess and the Fig. Oh god, yes. Who's making this on their channel? Everybody put your hands up. Who's making this on their channel? Princess and the Fig. I love it. Also, too, guys, I know we have Vino, we have Betterbeck Bourbon, we have Iceman Can't Cook, we have Dribs and Dram. Corey and I want to do this every spirit, once a month, do this. I'd love to have a guest, everyone, so please tell me what would be your preferred spirit, and that way you can make cocktails, and maybe Courtney and I don't drink like 10 cocktails, and so let me know what you want to be on that show, and we'll plan it out, and we'll do a show with that. Princess and the Fig is 100% going into the thing. So yeah, so we did that, and then we did. We were going to do an aviation, but then Iceman Can Cook gave us the LNT something that uses creme de vanette, and that was really delicious because we made our own cocktail. That was okay. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't fantastic. And then we made that. That was really great. We did a gin blossom, but we changed it a little bit because we didn't have some of the ingredients. And then we did the Muppet style, which is 1.5 ounces of barrel rested gin, 3/4 Manila liqueur, 3/4 Blanca vermouth, and 3 dashes of Earl Grey bitters. And that was super delicious. So that will definitely be on the shelf. Big shout out to Dribs and Brand. For me, it's whiskey. I'll also be pairing cognac these days. Cognac would be an awesome one to do with you, Dribs. Post recipes. I missed a good chunk of the video. Also, whiskey. Yes, definitely. Jose, check the channel. I'll be doing videos of all these because I really love them and I need video ideas. So we're gonna do a bunch of videos. Yeah, we tried to do a gin blossom, but we couldn't, so we did that. I did an H Holmes with all New Orleans ingredients. That was super delicious. I really enjoyed that. We went down a martini spiral. We did the 50-50 martini, which was, I thought was really good. Wasn't Courtney's favorite. Gnome Bodies, Fig Sazerac. The Gnome Bodies. Are y'all the Gnome Bodies? And that was, and I think that's when Courtney took a turn, was with all those martinis. She drank a lot of martinis, which gets you up to you really, really fast. And then we did the Angel Face, and we did the Princess and the Fig. So we did a lot of gin cocktails. We talked a lot about gin. I hope you guys learned a little bit more about gin. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. I had a blast doing this live show. I know it's a little unconventional with my kitchen. By the way, these beams right behind me is part of the reason why I bought this house. They're so beautiful. I don't want to paint this place. It's so great. I hope you guys had a huge blast. I hope you guys are warm. And when we do a video, can we get sponsored by that Great Bitters? We can. I will do whatever I can to get the Gnomes Tavern Bears to sponsor these streams. We're actually Jovi's actually going to make some cocktail cards for now packages, so people know how to use those bitters. Okay, all right, one last story. So, I had a huge order for bitters last year. Like it was like I think it was like 4 to 6 bitters, Earl Grey bitters, and I was so excited because I was so pumped. And so I Googled them because they used like their business address and their business. And I saw on the cocktail list and it said, and it was their old fashioned and it used Earl Grey bitters. And I was like so pumped and so excited. I sent it to my business partner, Jovi, and I was like, look at that. They're like, we're on the menu. That means you're going to have to order from us all the time. Like, I was so pumped. And it turns out that there's another company that does Earl Grey bitters. And that was the company they put on the menu, not Gnome's Tavern. So they were using Gnome's Tavern bitters and not putting our name on the menu. And I was it was kind of like a mixed feeling because it was like really cool that people were using my bitters. It was like really exciting and really fun that they bought a bunch of my bitters and used it in their menu. But it's also kind of frustrating because they also did not give me credit for how great the bitters are. But yeah, but thank you guys so much. We did a nice 3-hour stream. We're gonna do this once a month. Next month is absinthe, so please send to me. Make sure you comment down below your favorite absinthe recipe, or hit me up on Instagram, Gnome's Tavern, or YouTube, Facebook, all those. I'm on TikTok, and check me out. Send me your favorite absinthe recipes, and we're gonna do that. So thank you guys so much, and I gotta go get my wife some food and see if she's alive. All right, love you guys. Thank you so much, and bye.